Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
Iran might be in for another rough night. On Lisa Brady, Fox News, after U.S. strikes over commercial ships being targeted.
The president has said to them very simply, the Strait of Hormuz is going to be open.
And Vice President J.D. Vance says whenever that's violated, the U.S. military will respond.
That's the deal. They can either follow it or they can have exactly what happened to them last night. It's just going to keep on happening until they open up that lane and stop shooting at ships. It's simple.
Vance taking questions moments ago during a stop in Milwaukee as part of an ongoing federal fraud crackdown after the president told reporters earlier he thinks a ceasefire deal is over and suggesting based on Iran's recent behavior, he's not sure he wants to make a deal, but also still defending the mission.
I have to make sure of one thing, that we don't have lunatics having control over nuclear weapons. So we have that now. There's no way they have a nuclear weapon.
Taking questions as he wrapped up a NATO summit in Turkey.
He arrived at the Turkish presidential compound saying how unhappy he was with NATO. President Trump leaves apparently much more satisfied.
There was tremendous unity in that room.
Seemingly pleased at how allies are working towards equalizing defense spending with the United States.
Fox's Jonathan Savage in Ankara. The president notifying Congress he intends to revoke Syria's label as a state sponsor of terrorism. This after a meeting with Syria's new leader on the sidelines of the summit. Lawyers for President Trump are appealing a federal judge's new order that writer E. Jean Carroll can collect more than $5 million awarded to her after the then former president was found liable over sexual abuse and defamation claims. Trump lawyers have argued Carroll can't be paid while a case is still pending before the U.S. Supreme Court, which declined to hear an appeal last month, but the president is asking for a rehearing. Now his lawyers are also appealing today's ruling about payment. In the meantime, America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I am grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis. And a very humbly studious stare with glasses on and the flag waving up in the mountains of Macon. Kind of a den background shot there. And the mechanical mangler flounder on hump day.
On the day I was born.
How you doing, boys? Everything all right over there? Pete Davis, mountains of Macon. How's it going? How's your, did you have rehab again today? Or
Nope, I did not. Today was one of those relaxing days.
Ah, excellent. And anything new in the mountains of Macon last, 24 hours?
Somebody's burning tires. I can smell it.
Oh, man. In fact, somewhere, I think there's still an entire dump that's been burning for like 60 years.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like in Pennsylvania or someplace. I think I'm pretty.
There's a mine in Ohio and Pennsylvania that's still burning underground. Yeah. I don't know where the tires are.
Yeah, I think there's a tire dump somewhere that's still for like 60, 70 years of ridiculous. Anyway, we have a Holy Crap in Sports later. We'll also have a Pete Davis game. And a Flounder. And what's the matter? What happened?
I forgot I left Grok on.
Uh-oh.
And she goes, ugh, the smoke is nasty, an acrid chemical burn. Let me know if it gets worse or if you need help figuring out where it's coming from.
Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. So she's worried about you now.
Yeah, she wants to crack a window.
Oh, my God. Now, how did
She actually asked me, are you okay? Are you all right? And then she says, there's one in Centralia and Pennsylvania that's been smoldering since 1962. There's one in New Straitsville, Ohio, kicked off in 1884.
Wow. See, I told you. But that's amazing. How in the world did somebody devise? How did somebody make up, a device? How could somebody, what the hell word am I trying to devise? A device. Yeah, devise a device that would be able to communicate with you on a cell phone in real time, second by second, and wonder whether you needed help. How did they put into the computer system, by the way, if some guy says it's really smoky in here, you need to call the fire department? I mean, how could you come up with those options while you're doing an algorithm for something, for some non-human to worry about you? How the hell do you put worry into an algorithm?
That's a good question. I don't think Grok would call the police or fire for you. Do you think the Amazon little hockey puck would? Alexa?
Well, who knows?
I'm sure there's a setting. I'm sure there's a setting on there where you can do that.
Yeah, but then, boy, that could be misused like crazy.
Yeah.
Again, that's why there's a setting that you probably allow that, or you kind of have to.
A setting on the Grok app?
I mean, on Alexa. Because on Alexa, you can control by your phone on your app. There's an app
I don't know about that. Yeah. But I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, my God. I mean, seriously. You know, the little teeny little app thing on your phone is actually worried about you and I'm wondering whether you need help. I mean, where did that come from? How did somebody make a thing like that? I mean, seriously, how could you program, well, you know, in case there's a lot of smoke someplace, there could be a problem. So let's put in there, if you hear somebody talking about smoke and it's really stinky, then maybe they should call the fire. I mean, I can't believe it.
I tell you how they did it, even though they don't know how they did it really. They used quantum mechanics and they used quantum physics with the quantum mechanics to do it. But they don't know how that works.
That's right. Nobody knows how it works, and it does. And it's real. And I'm flabbergasted. I can't get over it. All of a sudden, that really hit me. I hadn't thought of that. If you just leave Grok on, you could she could say, well, watch out, there might be a car coming at the next intersection. I mean, you know, don't be distracted while you're driving. I mean, it's unbelievable. I didn't know it did that. Oh, my God, in real time. And I wonder how long you could keep Grok on. Would the thing stay with you until forever, or until you shut your phone off, I wonder?
I wonder if we'll all get an individual one that follows around in our head.
Well, that's next. You know, your own personal freaking lucky star. You know, somebody your guardian angel on your freaking phone app.
A familiar,
and it'll go into some kind of computer thing, a chip on your phone to be able to see what's ahead of you or something, to watch out for the traffic. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It'll be Neuralink. It'll be in your brain.
Yeah, put a little tag inside your. Oh my Lord!
There was an old comic book in the '70s called Deathlock. And he was a half man, half computer. And, it followed him around in his brain. Yeah.
Oh, mercy. And what was that Square TV talking? Talk like this. Max
Headroom.
Max Headroom. By the way, speaking of the media type stuff, I think they announced, was it the Emmy Award or nighttime Emmys or the TV Emmys Awards, right? I've been seeing a story on it, and I don't care. I don't have any interest at all. In fact, I heard the guys before us naming some of the shows I've never heard of. And then they were talking about how all the movies now, you have to sign so many documents proving you'll have a certain percentage of handicapped people, a certain percentage of gay and tranny and bi. I mean, it's unbelievable. Idle. I mean, it's true. And then have you heard the thing about the movie Odyssey, the Odyssey, with the little girl who used to be a girl, now is a boy? The little actress
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. And, of course, they had, Idina Wagongo, or whatever his name is, it's black chick playing, the white girl. And then Ellen Page, who's playing the most vicious male macho warrior of all time, who's actually a trans. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and here's the bottom line. I got the story in here somewhere, now I can't find it. But the bottom line is the director, that famous director, he was a really wonderful director, a very famous guy, and I can't remember his name.
Chris Nolan.
Yeah, Chris Nolan. He's now said no screenings. He's canceled all the screenings before the Academy Award thing comes out because he doesn't want people seeing the movie because they're going to criticize it.
That's not a good sign ever when they don't.
No, this might be his
Canceled the
first bomb.
screenings. It's going to be a nightmare. He's not going to make a dime. I mean, he literally
It's his own
can't.
fault.
He's going to like invite a few people who are on his team, kind of deal. But he's canceled all the screenings.
If I was the government of Greece, I would ban it from playing in Greece because it makes a mockery of a national heritage of theirs.
Not only of the characters, but also of the information and the facts and the politics behind it. It's like they're saying, well, we need to pay more attention to the female aspect of the all Greek male,
and
culture.
Turkey should ban it too. Helen of Troy is now African.
Yeah, she's black.
Please.
Yeah, she's African. Yeah.
And she's not even that good looking.
No,
she's not ugly, but she's not stunning like
wrong.
Helen of Troy was
supposed to stop boats. I mean, wasn't that the whole thing,
In a good way.
God. Anyway. All right. And Flounder, how you doing, Mrs. Veronica Flounder? Doing it? Everything all right?
All is well today.
There you go. All right. Well, anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? It's a beautiful, hot, sunny, summer-type day. Braves suck. Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm not being... I shouldn't be negative about the Braves. I'm disappointed in what's going on. In fact, we'll have holy crap at sports later, but, last night I tuned into the Braves for a while, and
Quit doing that.
I know. Well, we were, it wasn't bad. Like the first freaking inning and a half, and all of a sudden they get 3 runs, and I go back to watch Jesse Waters for 7 minutes. I come back and they're losing 9-2 or something. What the hell? They got 7 runs in the 3rd inning or so. Oh God! I mean,
it was 4-0 in the first.
Yeah.
Why are you still watching? You're a jinx. You're killing this season.
They aren't even here. They're in another state. I ought to be able to watch them on TV.
You're jinxed them. Does not
That's my fault.
participate in state borderline.
In fact, they got a sign up at Braves Park here saying no Kimmers allowed. I can't get into the press box
You're
or
a
our
black
suite.
cat.
It's unbelievable.
We were talking about wokeism a minute ago. Some opening movie numbers. You know that movie Supergirl?
Yeah. We talked about that a little, and I forgot what the issue was.
Opening, the lead girl who plays Supergirl was very pro LGBTQ and thought that Supergirl in the comic book was in fact gay.
Right, gay or trans.
Anyways, opening weekend forecast was $50 million with a $170 million budget.
Well.
Actual was $38 million.
Uh-oh.
And then there was a Young Washington had a forecast of $15 million, $20 million budget. Actual $19 million.
Yeah.
So
well,
that's what's happening in Hollywood.
Unbelievable.
Go woke, go broke.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you'd think. And Nolan's a very famous director. He's very well respected.
He's the best one alive right now.
I mean,
but
anyway. Well, anyway, all right.
Hollywood's dead.
Yeah?
Hollywood is dead.
It's just what's the weirdest stuff is going on in the world. I mean, and again, it's just, I'm totally biased, and nobody should ever even listen to me forever because I'm my, demographics now. And again, it just makes me feel bad that I can't go to the movies. I have no interest in even ever going to the movies. I don't, it's just, I don't watch award shows anymore. I can't, it's over. No. It's just a very important part of, it was family life. It was a part of every family's life. It was like, no one ever missed all those special things as a family together around the one TV set, black or white or whatever. And it was a thing. It was a family unity thing. It was like sitting at the dinner table. It was, you didn't miss it. And it was important, and it brought you all together, and you all talked about it. Oh, I didn't like her. Oh, it was a bonding element, and it's gone forever. Forever. At least from, people
because
like me.
Politics to communists trumps everything.
Yeah.
They would rather go down with their ideology than do what's right.
Yeah. Well, look at the Plattner case. Again, we'll talk a lot about that coming up here, too. And also, Donald Trump is saying, and frankly, I hope this is a good sign, although the markets went nuts for a while. But it's going to happen because he started bombing again. But anyway, we'll see.
The gas price is going to go up.
Yeah,
again.
well, again, but, I think this is going to be, well, I don't know. Who knows?
Well, maybe he's mad enough to finish the job this time.
Well, that'd be nice. So we're all in favor of that. All right, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. And we have the magic word, or is it 2 words? I even double-checked with Grok to see whether it's a hyphenated one phrase.
Algorithm.
Uh-huh. Algorithm and Mrs. Goritham are there here tonight at the party. Al, how's your lovely bride? And now it's something you really enjoy. I look out.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So don't analyze it. Don't wait. Just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale. 31% off everything.
Your yard, it stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com. The walk-off home run, the buzzer beater, the photo finish. That feeling when everything lines up and you get what you need just when you need it. It feels unbelievable in sports, but when it comes to your finances, it makes you feel unstoppable. Visit Truist.com today to see how having the tools you need and a great team by your side can help you take your game to the next level. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's a Kimmer here. How's it going? You know, you've invested years in your home, of course, maintaining it and improving it and protecting it. Raised a family there, built a lifetime of memories. Maybe your home has earned an upgrade. Well, I can recommend a place to go. Deal with them more than 20 years ago. Jeff Shea and Peach State Windows. For more than 50 years, Jeff has been helping Georgia homeowners improve the comfort, the beauty, and the value without losing the character of their homes. How about this deal right now? 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows installed for only $39.95, improving energy efficiency, comfort, and curb appeal too. Listen to this. How about transform your entryway with a fiberglass French door installed for just $69.85. Both options include a lifetime warranty, 0% financing for 12 months. PeachStateWindows.com, 770-485-8011. Peach State Windows, because your home has earned an upgrade.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy. The new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
All right, now where am I going to find old David here? Oh, okay. Flounder trying to trick the camera.
Fired off the wrong one there.
That's all good. There's no such thing as mistakes. It's live radio. It's just entertainment. Whatever it is, it happened. Therefore, it's just part of the show. I mean, I've never had a problem with, with screw. When I screw up on the radio, I don't give a damn. It's part of life, Jeez. Anyway, a little David Bowie here for you. On this day in 2004, a guy named Mark Pursglove, known as the world's biggest bootlegger, was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison by Blackfriars Crown Court judge. Pursglove had built up about $20 million pirating CDs by bootlegging live concerts of some of the world's biggest stars, including David Bowie, the Beatles, and Pink Floyd. 2004, 3.5 years in jail. Okie dokie. Let's see. Kara, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Our birthday list includes Joan Osborne. Now, is she an Osborne, like Ozzy Osbourne? She's 64.
No, different Osborne.
Joan Osborne, biggest hit here, 1995, One of Us. I don't know her as a singer, but I didn't know whether she's related at all to the Osborne people. That's how much I know about music. Anyway, Joan Osborne, happy birthday, 64, so leave me alone. And now I did this on purpose. I've got a history thing here, which I thought was kind of cool, just because of some of the wording. In fact, over on 4th of July, I did a video at the stable. On weekends, I go to the stable and take videos and put them on during the week. And on 4th of July, I took a video with the big Clydesdale horse named Buzzy. And I challenged people on the 4th of July to read the Declaration of Independence, the whole damn thing. And, in fact, I recommended to my own grandkids, I mentioned by name and so forth, that you just have your children read the Declaration of Independence, not just, the paragraph, the whole damn thing. And I said, you'll be surprised at the wording and the words they use. And these people were leather workers and silversmiths and farmers and, people who worked in general stores and stuff. They weren't soldiers and statesmen. And the reason I did that was because I think it's important we realize where we came from. And on my little history thing today, from this day in 1896, William Jennings Bryan gives his famous speech advocating against going on the gold standard. Here to listen to these words, 1896. Having behind us the producing masses of this nation and the world, supported by the commercial interest, the laboring interest, and the toilers everywhere, we will answer their demand for a gold standard by saying to them, you shall not press down upon the brow of labor this crown of thorns. You shall not crucify mankind upon a cross of gold. Bryant was a former congressman from Nebraska. He gave a speech at the Democratic Convention in Chicago. The gold standard the U.S. had been effectively on since 1873 limited the money supply but eased trading with other nations such as the United Kingdom, whose currency was also based on gold. Bryant believed that making both gold and silver legal tender was necessary for the nation's economic health. I have no idea what that means. Are we even on the gold standard now, Pete? Do you know?
No, Nixon took us off all that.
And I don't remember what the issue. Of course, I was back during the gasoline war type stuff too in the early 70s.
Well, that means the Fed can do whatever they want.
Yeah, well, that's what they said in just currency rates and stuff like that against the yen and the Deutschmark and all that kind of stuff. But again, I frankly, if I had to do it over again, I mean, I have a master's degree, but it's worthless basically. But if I were going to take advanced education, or frankly, if I were in charge of education in this country, I would make a demand that every school kid learn about money, learn about the economy, learn about currency, finance, yeah.
Capitalism, how it works.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, in fact, it used to be, I don't know whether you guys are old enough, but it used to be in public schools, there was always some kind of I forgot what the hell the projects were now, where you would make your own project and sell it. What was it called? It was a workshop.
Not Junior Achievement.
I like Junior Achievement, but you would make stuff in your class and actually sell it. You go through the process of making it, advertising, or selling and stuff like that. It might have been kind of like a Junior Achievement thing, but it was in schools did it. It was not totally unusual. Of course, we also used to take shop too. And the girls took home ec, and the boys took shop. Oh, my God.
And driver's ed. Do they even do that anymore?
Yeah. And I still have my drumsticks when I made in shop. I still have my drumsticks from 1957. Yeah, I should bring those to our remote and auction them off. Yeah, that's people want my stuff. Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And by the way, I'm in a really goofy mood, and because I'm just, my life's a wreck, and I'm happy and I'm smiling and I'm here because I may get my car back in a couple of weeks and everything else. But I've got Pete Davis and your Holy Crap at Sports. Are you going to mention anything about a famous boxing match?
Probably not.
Okay, because I'm going to use that as a history note, and it's a little longer than normal, but it's really interesting, and I think anybody in sports minds might find it funny. Okay, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230. I will give you the magic word, or could be words, coming up sometime today for you to know for the morning show when tomorrow morning sometime, they will announce that they want you to call and give the secret word or words, and if you hear me say them, then you will be in good shape. We'll win $250 on the morning show when they do that. We don't know what time they'll be calling for tomorrow morning. They're on 6 to 10. I'm sure they're not going to do it the first hour. I mean, can't imagine they would do that. But at some point during the morning, and I don't know when I'm going to do it. It's a secret word, and it's kind of a hint. I've done, it's all a secret so I don't have to. I can't spoil it in advance. But apparently, it has something to do with some of the chicks in the office remembering the time that I took off my shirt on YouTube, and so as a tribute to the Kimmer taking off his shirt that time, it's kind of some kind of a special wording in relation. I'm pretty flattered by it. So I don't know what it is yet, but we'll find out later. But I'm kind of, I'm really kind of feels kind of special, to be honest with you. Anyway, here we go. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and Donald Trump, and boy, oh boy, again. All right, let's play cut number one just for the fun of it. If you haven't heard this is beautiful. Donald Trump, and of course, he's all over the world. He's blasting NATO, and he was making serious points today when he was talking about the business with overnight airstrikes against 80 different targets in Iran because they've been shooting on commercial ships. Donald Trump says, I don't like these people. We waste a lot of time with these people. Let's do cut number one here, Flounder. Donald Trump, when asked by a reporter about how's it going with Iran and what's next. Number one. The old number one cut coming.
Is the ceasefire done? Is the MOU dead?
To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, but they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars.
They're liars, they're cheats, they're sick people. I don't want to waste my time with them. I'll let their wonderful negotiators keep dead.
I want their family dead.
House burned to the ground.
I want to go there, and I want to on the ash.
Iran been attacking ships, and it's got to be the IRG or whatever they call the Army people.
Yeah, out of control.
I honestly don't understand why Donald Trump doesn't take some secret nighttime bombing missions and literally blow up about half of the entire army barracks of Iran.
Because they're not really army. There's some kind of guard thing.
But they got to
fade into the public.
It's the Iranian guard, I know, but still they have to live somewhere. They got to be in barracks. They're not just
home.
private. Are they all just private citizens? And they show up and they got a whistle blow. That they were at 700,000 of them. They can't just be people roaming around.
Usually happens in that part of the world. They hide among civilians.
Well, I know, in hospitals, and churches and schools,
centers.
and I know. But I can't believe there's no barracks. I can't believe there's no central command barracks thing where they just didn't blow the crap out of them and say we're going to keep doing this anyway. in fact, let's play cut number two while we're at it, Flounder. Donald Trump once again was asked about what the hell happens next, and he's warning them it could get a lot worse, but they're going to get some more for sure. Number two, if you will, sir.
Look, we're not attacking at the highest level. The highest level of the bridges, which we can knock down. I would say in one day we knock down every single bridge in Iran. There's not a thing they can do about it. Their electric manufacturing facilities, right? Their electric plants where they make their electricity, their we will, if we have to, we'll take them out. I don't want to do that, but if we have to, we'll take them out. They have desalinization plants. We'll take them out if we have to. I hate to do that. That's probably the one I would like not to do, Lisa. We attacked Cargill Island last night. We knocked out a piece. I said, don't touch the oil, because maybe we'll take over Cargill Island.
if we feel like it. And Trump said, yeah, they want to take out the U.S. leader. I'm on their every list. They want to assassinate me. I saw this morning. I'm on every single one of their lists. I guess I've been a bit lucky, but maybe that doesn't last very long. These are evil, sick people. We have to rid their cancer. Donald Trump. I freaking love this. I love it. All right, 3:30. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? 404-741-1230. We got a game coming up. We got tweets. We got Flounder's funnies, and we got your calls and happiness here on a wonderful hump day. Look out.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Well, I had another occasion just recently to use my safe to find something I needed from some time ago. Sorry, I didn't mean to squirm there for a second. But, I've lost my wallet. I lost some stuff and luckily had copies of things and then later did find the wallet. But anyway, when I was down in Florida, I told you I didn't have my medical records, didn't have a safe down there like Atlanta Safe House because I didn't bring one down there. And, it cost me. Well, Atlanta Safe House got deals for you right now all over the place, especially safes like Browning and Fort Knox, more than anybody in this part of the country. Browning was my first gun safe, by the way. Atlanta Safe House, their location, huge new location at Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. 500 safes right there. And ready to go, too. And all the nooks and crannies and what you're looking for in the inside. If you want to have pistol safes and little tiny safes and jewelry safes and hidden safes, or, they buld you a vault door. They have, giant safes for long guns and bows and arrows and hidden things and stuff for documents. Whatever you look at. Believe me, you have no idea. Check it out, atlantasafehouse.com. And you can trust the folks they have them delivered to because they care about their country like you do and protecting your stuff as well as your rights. atlantasafehouse.com.
It's Toyota's Big One sales event at Marietta Toyota now through August 3rd. And if you commute every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry may be the one to see first. It's now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon city, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And with 50 Camrys in stock, Marietta Toyota has the selection to help you find the trim and color you actually want. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid, as low as 4.99% APR for 48 months through August 3rd. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/3/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
It's Sir Elton John. Was on this day 3 years ago. Elton John told his millions of fans that they would remain in his head, heart, and soul while conducting his marathon farewell tour at Sweden's Tele2 Arena in Stockholm. 2023, Elton John closed the show with one of his biggest hits, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Kind of lost it there a little bit, you know.
It's a little different, you know. He's a little older. His Yellow Brick Road tour began in North America in 2018. It was his second night performing in Stockholm when he said farewell, basically. Well, you know, he's been around a long time, and, things change. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Our birthday list includes Sophia Bush. Sophia Bush, the actress, is 44. She was in Grey's Anatomy, One Tree Hill, Chicago PD.
Screaming liberal.
Yeah, she advocates...
Hates MAGA, hates Trump.
Yeah, and she advocates for young girls to be more educated or something, and that which scares me because that means just more of this public education crap for more screaming Trump-hating liberal communists. And by the way, speaking of Trump-hating liberal communists, that fat Wisconsin judge chick who helped squirrel away in secret and get rid of an illegal alien who was being trying to be taken into custody by federal agents. Remember in Wisconsin, and she squirreled him out the back door, and it was on video and everything. They caught her. She got convicted of the felony of obstruction of federal officers, whoever it was, and she got away with it. She got a $5,000 fine. Gee, that'll stop everybody.
Get away with it. There's no accountability for Democrats.
Yeah. Exactly. And she said, well, I was just protecting the community from all the uproar that was happening to save the people. And, like
she's doing now the exact opposite.
Yeah. She was being a hero to the people who hate Donald Trump and want to. I mean, the nerve of a freaking judge stopping federal agents from arresting somebody who never should have been here and was illegal and a criminal. I mean, well, here we go. And in fact, I got a story about another illegal killer with a commercial driver's license who doesn't speak English. How the hell did that happen? But first, this little note, a financial note here. It is believed by art scholars that Leonardo da Vinci drew a number of close-up drawings of bears. Back around 1480, bears' anatomy and their bears' movements, that he would draw them in 1480. They were drawn by Leonardo da Vinci using a silver point pencil, which is very difficult to erase. One of his drawings, called Head of a Bear, is one of only 4 drawings that still survived from 1480. On this day in 2021, that drawing went up for auction at Christie's in London. It sold for $12 million. An American couple bought it. You have to wonder if they got their money's worth, since the drawing is 2 by 8 inches by 2 by 8 inches. That's less than a Post-it note. It's been dubbed Post-it Leonardo, one of 8 pieces of Leonardo's work owned by private citizens, which must be kind of cool. But, if you've got $12 million for a Post-it note by Leonardo da Vinci, why not? I used to buy stuff back when I actually had money for a while. I remember I bought, the last thing I remember buying was a Civil War ammo pouch. I literally used in the Civil War. Oh, no, it was 2 things. I bought an ammo pouch, and in fact, I think I gave that to somebody as a gift.
Kimmer.
Yeah.
Kimmer.
What?
It is the war between the states.
What did I say? The Civil War. Oh, the uncivil war between the states, of course, the uncivil war. Ammo pouch. And I also bought a piece of tree trunk with a musket ball in it.
What'd you do with it?
I gave that away, too. I don't know what I was doing. I gave away, I've given away more guns than I gave away, no offense, an AK-47 and 2,000 rounds of ammunition. I gave him one of my safes from Atlanta Safe House.
You gave him a Thompson machine gun.
I gave him and I gave him a Thompson machine gun. With actually the case, the Al Capone violin case. With a Thompson submachine gun with a cylinder Thompson machine gun. I gave that away too. Yeah. Anyway.
You're a giver.
Well, I gave you guys. Didn't I buy you guys guns? Didn't I? I gave you a gun.
Me a gun.
I bought Founder a gun. I think
yes,
too.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, Kimmer fan.
You want to see it?
No, not right now. I appreciate it. Anyway, all right. Kimmer Fiend Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And, and now in this freaking Graham Plattner business in Maine, apparently he's got a meeting scheduled for tonight with Democrat leaders. So we don't know what this, but I think he should stay in the race. I think he should force the issue and just, make him take responsibility for it. But there's I even hate to talk about this. There's another business of his behavior that came out with a woman named Lindsay Fifield, or Fifield, I'm not sure you pronounce it, call her Lindsay. And she's now done an interview where she said one of his little tricks was when they were making love, I'm going to try to keep this clean for, people driving around. When they were being intimate, he would remove the little hat. That she would require him, when they were being intimate, to wear a little hat at various places, and he would remove their little hat without telling her. She said he would do it in a sneaky way. He wouldn't tell me. I confronted him during and after the intimacy because he knew that I was not on birth control and how dangerous that was to take that little hat off. But he would act all real cute about it, like, oh, sneaky me. She said it had happened at least 6 times that she knew without her consent. Friends have verified it, that she's told them about it. Here's a kind of an interesting deal. It took place with her and him in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. does not have any law that criminalizes the practice of what's known as stealthing.
Oh, it's raw dogging.
Yeah. Well, raw dogging, but again, sneakily raw dogging. In Maine, though, victims of stealthing have the right to sue the guy for civil damages. But it didn't happen in Maine, even though it's a Maine story and a Maine guy and a Maine girl. She also said he twisted her arm behind her back one time, locked her in a room. He yanked her out of a cab. We heard about that story earlier. It's just, and again, just one more thing after another. And by the way, all those freaking Democrats, they knew about everything about this. They knew all about this stuff. They owe the American people an apology. In fact, I can't believe that they're even looking themselves in the mirror. Every stinking one of those people, Ro Ghana and Schubert and Bernie Sanders and every one of them, just shameful behavior. And what do you think's going to happen if he says I'm staying in? If he says I'm not withdrawing, I'm keeping my name on the ballot. And in Maine, if I recall, something like 80% of the people voted for him.
He wants money.
Well,
he wants money under the table.
Well, if he's, I think that's the only way they're going to get him out is to pay. I can't imagine he'll take what's called the high road, just try to save the party kind of deal. You know what I mean? He's not that kind of guy to do anything for the high road.
Was it Claire Buck pointing out The guy is not married, has no kids. He's really got no hobbies, no real job.
Works for his mother.
So this is all he has.
Yeah.
So why would he quit the only thing he has going?
Yeah. I think he is married to that girl. But it's...
Oh, he's married too?
Yeah, I think he still is married. But it doesn't matter because she's not, he doesn't have a living. In other words, he supposedly a lemon farmer or a cabbage farmer. I forgot what it is. But, and his mother's
his only client is his mom.
His mom. His mom buys his vegetables.
You know what's scary? Is that you see him in front of these crowds and all cheering and going nuts.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, once again, Americans don't need leaders. You don't have to follow anyone.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
cheering because the Democratic Party says, here's the guy you should vote for.
Right.
Oh, my God, he's our savior. Yeah. How sad and pathetic it is for people to have to follow some piece of crap like this just because somebody in a party said, yeah, that's the guy you should vote for. They act like, seriously, he's Teddy Roosevelt. or he's John F. Kennedy. or Winston Churchill.
He's my kind of man. Elizabeth Warren, United States Senator, my kind of man. And
politicians.
She knew every bit about the stuff going on. They're slime bag scoundrels.
Why are
They're
they
traitors.
following these people?
They're insurrectionists and traitors.
And you know what?
Yeah.
That can go on both sides, too. I'm sorry. It's just a damn human being. It's just a politician.
Right.
They're not some savior. They're not really out for your benefit.
Yeah.
They're out for theirs.
Yeah. And by the way, what the hell's going on with Mitch McConnell?
Outside of screwing the American people for 50 years.
Yeah. The same thing they did to Biden, hiding that stuff. I don't know what's going on with Mitch McConnell. Like the Babylon Bee says, the fact that he's dead won't interfere with his, lawmaking. And in fact, his staff said, we've been talking. We've had a lot of meetings while he's in the hospital. Have you?
They're better than the Democrats. They're propping up a dead man.
Yeah. Time to go. Yeah. Kimmer P. Here we go. It's a hump day. What do you think? Join us if you like. It's a beautiful day, and we're here until 6 anyway, so,
Might as well.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Bortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
The Braves are turning up the excitement this summer as the Rangers come to Truist Park July 17th through the 19th. Come celebrate Christmas in July on the 17th, complete with a summertime spin on your favorite holiday-themed festivities. And yes, Blooper Claws will be there. The fun continues Saturday with the pregame block party and the Braves Country Talent Search, where fans take the stage and compete in the spotlight in front of a panel of local celebrity judges. Then bring your girls as the series warms up with the Kids ATL Clear Purse giveaway on Sunday. The perfect purse to bring to game days. And then the Braves battle the Padres July 20th through the 23rd. The series begins with a special themed Daniel Tigers Neighborhood Kids Club Day featuring meet and greets with your favorite characters, a Daniel Tigers Ears headband giveaway, and more fun. To round it out, the legendary Jermaine Dupri bobblehead giveaway is on the 22nd. So visit Braves.com/promos to get your tickets today. Atlanta Braves baseball, we are Braves country. Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? That's because Porsche Certified Pre-Owned designation is not easily earned. Every Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. At Hennessy Porsche North Atlanta, factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person. Hennessy Porsche North Atlanta, where you will always experience excellence.
Georgia summers are known for heat, and sometimes it's the humidity that makes your home uncomfortable. With all the rain we've had lately, excess moisture can build up inside your home, leaving it feeling sticky and muggy even when your air conditioning is running. That's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning recommends whole house dehumidifiers. It works with your HVAC system to remove excess moisture throughout your home, helping improve comfort, reduce musty odors, and create a healthier indoor environment. And if it's time for a new system, now's a great time to upgrade. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $1,700 in rebates and up to 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. Since 1947, Georgia families have trusted Central Heating and Air Conditioning for dependable comfort. Call 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or go to centralheat.com. Centralheat.com. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the U.S. of A. at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
I knew it. I knew I was getting scammed. End quote. That's one of my listeners, Linda. She said this to her chapter Medicare advisor. On a single phone call, she learned that the Medicare broker had talked her out of a Medicare plan she should have never left and has cost her thousands more. Unfortunately, stories like hers are not unusual. In fact, the DOJ recently sued 3 major Medicare brokers for allegedly claiming to be unbiased while secretly steering seniors into plans with the biggest kickbacks. Fortunately, however, for Linda, Chapter helped her get back onto the right plan, restored all the benefits she had lost, and saved her thousands of dollars on dental care alone. And she's not the only one. Chapter's helped thousands of people in this audience understand their options and find Medicare coverage that actually fits their needs. When you call Chapter, you're going to speak with an unbiased and licensed advisor right here in the U.S. who compares every Medicare plan available to you. No pressure, no sales pitch, just honest guidance about whether you're on the right plan or not. Talk to Chapter today. Dial pound 250. Say the keyword Chapter. Pound 250, Chapter.
There we go. What's a beat, baby? Da-da-da-da. The Go-Go's. We got the beat. 1981. The Go-Go's released their debut album, Beauty and the Beat. It featured We Got the Beat and Our Lips Are Sealed. Our lips are... I never knew what those words were for the longest time until I heard the actual title of the song. Our lips are sealed. I didn't know what they were saying. It happened to be the title. I'm not good with music, as you know. Anyway, the Go-Go's, 1981. And I liked... I thought they were... This was kind of the band they are, but aren't they kind of really hard rock? In general?
The Go-Go started out as punk, and then they realized they could make a lot more money dolling up
That's
and
what
being
it was.
pop.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, all I ever knew was a pop like
It's
this
good
stuff. We
pop
got. Yeah,
rock.
it was good. I like this. Our lips are sealed. Good, but they. I remember hearing their earlier stuff or some of their stuff. Couldn't relate at all. Anyway, by the way, we have a Flounders Funny coming up, and it includes a birthday guy, which I'll mention a little bit later on. But first, let's see birthdays. How about Billy Crudup? Billy Crudup is 58. He's the actor who was in Sleepers. Boy, is that a hard movie. Great movie, but a hard movie. Also, and we have another character actor coming up who was also in Sleepers. I'll mention a little bit later on in the birthday list. Billy Crudup, 58, was in Sleepers, Almost Famous. And he was married to Claire Danes for a couple of years, Billy Crudup. And then they got divorced. And now Billy Crudup has been married to Naomi Watts. So there you go. Billy Crudup, 58 years old. Happy birthday. And on this day in history... 1959, Major Dale Buice and Master Sergeant Chester Ovland become the first Americans killed in the American phase of the Vietnam War. It was 1959, first Americans killed. It was a Military Assistance Advisory Group, MAAG. It was in Bien Hoa, a few miles northeast of Saigon. They had arrived in South Vietnam November 1955 for military assistance. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps people providing advice and assistance to the Military of Defense, Joint Chiefs of Staff, Corps, and Division Commanders, training centers, and province and district headquarters. When I was there, I was there, and that place was called MACV. At that point in the late 60s, Military Assistant Command, Vietnam. Anyway, first Americans killed in 1959. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230. I think Platter should stay in. Honestly, I would love to see what happens, although I hope to hell, I wonder whether the people of Maine would elect him. I wonder whether, if they overwhelmingly supported him, and they must have known he was a scumbag, at least, and not that maybe he was a basic rapist, but they knew all about the Nazi and roughing up women and stuff and sexting young girls. They all knew that when they voted for him.
I will never step foot back in Maine if they elect him as senator.
Honestly, I would be calling for a boycott. I would hope that the people of Maine would never elect him. And by the way, Susan Collins is the greatest gift the Democrats could ever have. She's half Democrat. You can't count on her in the Republican Party. It's the best thing the Democrats ever had. Leave her alone. Anyway, we don't know about Plattner. He's supposed to have a hearing tonight, a meeting, I guess, with his people, but we'll see. Also, speaking of patriotism and stuff like that, and again, the big thing about Plattner to me is that he's a scumbag about a wounded Marine trying to save his troops. He made fun of him, said he should have been killed, and he mocked the American sniper, the famous hero, by claiming that he killed a bunch of civilians to get his kill count up. I mean, that's just unconscionable. There's Marine or not, that's just unconscionable. You can't, that's got nothing to do with PTSD. That keeps popping up again, too. Well, you had, bull crap, please. That's not, he may have PTSD and anybody who's ever been in that situation has something. I mean, you can't help it. But it doesn't mean your life has turned up to become that kind of a guy because of your, experience. I mean, that's just nonsense. That was in him a long time ago. Anyway, now, speaking of patriotism, Tennessee, the famous incline railway. A conductor at the famous railway has been fired at the 131-year-old attraction up to Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Conductor Jack Peterson wished his American passengers a happy Independence Day on July 4th and then welcomed foreigners also. He said, to the very, very few Americans in here, happy Independence Day. To the rest of you, welcome to the greatest country on the face of the planet. And if you disagree, you can leave. Okie dokie. One passenger kind of taped this and said it was racism and xenophobia, and he turned him in. A part-time worker got turned into the authority of the Lookout Mountain, Chattanooga, Tennessee. The guy said, it really upset me. I had my children there and everything. He's making comments like that, embarrassed my granddaughter. And this guy Peterson, the conductor, said, I wasn't trying to have the message be taken negatively. I'm very patriotic. It was USA Independence Day, celebrating with my fellow Americans. I truly believe they're the greatest country on earth. My statement is, if you don't like the country, we're the best, and you go where freedom is in America, and many other countries don't have it. It's not racist to say if you don't believe in this country, then go where you want to. And they fired him immediately. It's over. Oh, Flounder's funny. One more shot. Here we go.
My wife and I went to go see Hamilton on Broadway. Everybody was talking about Hamilton. Right? You'd run into these people like, have you seen it? Oh my God, it is amazing. We saw it. How many times? How many times did we see it? 3 times. We saw it 3 times. And each time it was just it changed me it changed me. Now, as soon as I hear that, I'm like, I ain't gonna like this. Right? My kids changed me, not Lin-Manuel. So we go, right? My wife and I sit down. This woman sits next to me, right? She's digging in her purse. It's killing me, right? I'm like, find it! I gotta get out of here. Babe, we gotta leave. I can't deal with this with the purse. I don't know what she's looking for, but it's killing me. So this thing starts, right? 10 minutes into Hamilton, I tap my wife. I go, I got no idea what's going on. I didn't understand it. I couldn't understand the rapping. I'm like, what did he say? The characters, Hamilton, I didn't even know what Hamilton did. I went to this play to find out why this guy was so fabulous, right? And you gotta understand something about my wife and I. We are dumb. Right? Like, as a couple, like, we're equally dumb. You don't find this in a lot of relationships. In a normal, healthy relationship, someone is always smarter than the other person. And you rely on the smart one to get you through movies, books, and life. We don't have this dynamic. I'll tap my wife. I go, you know what's going on? She's like, no, you? Nothing. We just sit there. Dumb.
That's a birthday boy, Mr. Maniscalco.
Sebastian
Maniscalco. He's 53 years old today. Very funny guy. Kimmer Payne Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230. Hump Day. We got tweets, we got Holy Crap at Sports, we got more Flounders funnies, and we got a game. We got it all. And magic words coming up for the morning show tomorrow. Look out, here we go. 106.3.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Unity with NATO allies. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. As a NATO summit wraps up in Turkey.
If there's one word that comes out of today, it's unification. I've never seen anything like it. Every one of those countries, they love us, they love each other.
President Trump praising allies for ramped up defense spending, but to Iran, another warning that more strikes may be coming after the U.S. military responded last night to attacks on commercial ships transiting the Strait of Hormuz, though the president is not signaling a return to full conflict.
I think it's going to go very quickly. They hit a couple of ships, and so we hit them much harder. When they hit, we hit 10 times harder. You know, we hit much harder than they do. We have a lot better equipment than they do.
But he also says he's not sure he wants to make a deal with Iran now, calling them liars and cheaters. The renewed airstrikes leading War Secretary Pete Hegseth to cancel a visit to Israel.
Secretary Hegseth was reportedly set for in-person discussions with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other officials. The cancellation was confirmed by an Israeli official not long after President Trump declared that the memorandum of understanding between the U.S. and Iran was over and missile attacks began again. Also said to be part of the meeting between Hegseth and Netanyahu was the potential sale of F-35 jets with stealth technology to Turkey. Netanyahu has publicly said he's against that sale.
Fox's Gernal Scott. Day 3 of a preliminary hearing in Utah where prosecutors argue there is enough evidence to send accused assassin Tyler Robinson to trial for killing Charlie Kirk. Defense lawyers questioning the reliability of key DNA testing. A sell-off on Wall Street as Iran anxiety returns. The Dow down 577 points at the bell after dropping more than 800 during the session. America is listening to Fox News.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Boy, I've never heard this song.
What?
I don't think I've ever heard this one.
That's one of their most famous songs. Are you been under a rock? Rock Lobster?
Oh, this Rock Lobster. Okay, I didn't recognize the beginning. The other one's a famous B-52s. But what's the other one?
Love Shack.
Love Shack. Yeah, that's
got
what
a lot of different things.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything. I keep telling you that. I keep telling you. I'm sorry. Well, I'm just saying. I didn't recognize it. Anyway, I got a bad memory about the B-52s because of a certain party I was at with a certain person, and it was a long story. Anyway, on this day in 1979, the B... Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're... The road. The mile. Love Shack, baby. 1979, B-52s making their British live debut at London's Lyceum Ballroom, supported by the Tourists. B-52, 79. The Love Shack. On roof. What's it? Hot roof? What is it?
Tin roof.
Tin roof.
Tin.
Busted. For a pregnancy of some kind of thing. Anyway, Kimmer, Payne, Flounder, how's it going? Our birthday list includes Wolfgang Puck. Is 77. Wolfgang is that chef guy, right? That cooker for New Orleans or someplace? He did all those TV shows and everything.
He's from Austria.
Austria. I thought he was. Who's the New Orleans guy? Oh, I remember the. I worked with him.
What was his name?
Yeah, Chef Paul Prudhomme was one of them, and the other guy was
he's
up in the Trouse Club up in the Detroit City there, share the old Cajun chef guy.
You're living in the 70s, but there's been one since then that's been very, very famous.
I see his face in my head. I can't remember his name.
He's got black hair.
Yeah, I see his face right now, and I can't remember the name. Yeah, big TV.
Was it Emerald?
Emerald Lagasse.
Yes.
Yeah, Emerald Lagasse. Or Lagasse. Yeah. There you go. Sorry. And now, something you'll really enjoy.
Bam!
On this day in 1913, Alfred Carlton Gilbert received a patent for his erector set. An incredibly popular metal toy construction set, originally sold in wooden boxes and included metal beams of various lengths but with regularly spaced holes. Using bolts and nuts, the beams could be used to create different buildings and structures, taken apart and then put back together to do something different. The erector set. That was in 1913. By 1924, they had 70 different types of parts. When the owner passed away in 1961, his company lost sales because of a filing for bankruptcy in 1967. Too much competition with other building sets. They tried to add colorful plastic parts, but it didn't really work. And kind of went out of business in the late 60s. By the 1990s, a Disney engineer named Mark Summer used his erector set to build a working model for what became the soaring ride at Epcot and Disney's California Adventure ride, based on his erector set. And I had one. We all had them. We all had those kits. Did you have one of those back then? You didn't have one? Well, it's kind of before your time.
Set.
Yeah. And they had the little nuts and bolts. But again, it was really aggravating because, in a way, because, you had the little teeny nuts and bolts, and you could lose one. You didn't. But it was we did a lot of stuff like that was back when we did model airplanes. Hell, I had model airplanes and model ships and boats and all kinds of stuff. We did a lot of modeling, hand-working model stuff back as a kid nowadays.
You did a lot of modeling as a child.
A lot of modeling, yes. I was damn near a model for Norman Rockwell. My friend in the Cub Scouts was. Anyway, sorry. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A couple of international type things here. Pete, you'll get a kick out of this because we're talking about international, what the hell's going on in Europe. And Donald Trump apparently called his NATO meeting a big-time Charlie success today. He blasted the crap out of him, and he said he may just cut out Spain entirely, by the way, from doing any business because they're just being a bunch of jerks about using their stuff. He also complained about NATO, other people not letting them use the bases. Not paying up enough money. And we have heard him, we'll play again later on his comments about Iran, and he's calling them now scum and liars and cheats. And, we just start bombing. He's going to bomb them again tonight. So something's up. And we'll see. And again, I don't know why they haven't just killed all the mullahs. They must know where they are. I don't think they're hiding in a cave.
They're hiding.
I think they know where they are.
It's not that small a country. It's very mountainous.
Well, the country's as big as our Midwest.
Where all these guys are.
Yeah, Iran's as big as our Midwest. I mean, it's as big as like 8 states in America. I mean, it's really enormous. But still, I mean, it's I can't believe that all the mullahs are living in the desert someplace. I mean, without anybody knowing. I thought we had satellite of every square freaking inch of that place, by the way.
But you can't blow up their house if they're in the neighborhood.
Well, then you blow up the neighborhood. That's the best way to do it, really, I think, for their own sake. So they don't have to go on living in fear. Just go ahead and kill them now and their misery. It's really the right thing to do. Says the minister, Reverend Peterson. Man of God. I'm going to get one of those little collars. Hold everything. There's a phone. Mr. Phone. See us I'm taking priority. Oh,
Martin on the horn.
Hey, Martin, how's it going, man? What's up?
Yo, Kim. Flounder, sorry about the timing. But anyhow, the kid in Chattanooga, watch and see. I bet he'll have a GoFundMe account and probably wind up with a couple, $300,000 good dollars in his pocket.
Now, which kid are we talking about here?
That would be the one that told the people from out of the country they could go reproduce themselves. If you don't like the country, leave.
I'm sorry. The trained engineer, he said to all the rest of you who don't appreciate we have the greatest country in the world, you can leave. And of course, it was a little harsh. I mean, it's a tourist train, so the guy obviously, but still, the fact of the matter was our Independence Day. You ought to be able to, brag about your own country, and people who don't like it, go somewhere else where you will like it. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a little over the. Something like, I hate that you spent all that money, but we're so glad we get to keep it.
Yeah. And again, I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying the hell out of any video, and haven't seen them in a while yet, on all the World Cup fans enjoying America. Haven't seen any of those in a while, but every time one pops up, I just get the biggest kick out of it. Air conditioning.
Yeah, fun to see. So on the erector set, I think I'm at the point where I could use one.
Really?
Well,
for various things, sure, yeah. Can't we all? They mod them in different versions. Anyway, all right, Martin, always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. You have yourself a happy, warm summer day here in freaking Georgia. 90s again. What the heck? And not a lot of rain. I'm kind of surprised we haven't had, a lot of pop-up thunderstorms. I guess they're around the area. Although,
we're supposed to have them today.
Yeah, and again, the last couple of times when I've turned in the Braves games, like over the last week, they were, remember a couple of days ago, they were delayed because of rain. It wasn't raining anywhere else, just the ballpark. I mean, remember that was like an hour and a half delay, and it wasn't raining anywhere that team. And that's happened a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, I mentioned, just the ballpark. Anyway, overseas, we've been talking about America's public education system and how it really has a lot that needs to be improved. And in Brazil, a court in Sao Paulo has decided that two parents, Audato and Lida Dinardi, failed to include programs on gender and sex education and tolerance and diversity in the curriculum for their two daughters who are homeschooled. The daughters, 15 and 11, are homeschooled, and of course the investigators started showing up at the house and said, you're not properly integrating your children into our own Brazilian culture. The girls prefer religious and classical music to the popular folk music, and the judge said your ideological decision to convict the couple was based on the older daughter's preference for sacred music over mainstream music that features explicit lyrics. That's what the father complained about. They were sentenced to 50 days in prison. They started homeschooling the girls in 2020 during COVID. The schools weren't giving the proper. They found out that the schools weren't doing squat to a proper education. The girls, they say, are thriving in homeschooling. They have a better education for their daughters. They're accomplished pianists, and they speak multiple languages. And the prosecutor said, no, even the prosecutor said you should acquit the parents, and the judge said no, because they're not teaching enough about diversity and gender and sex education and tolerance in homeschooling. And the only reason they can say that is because they investigated at the home of the homeschooling. This is Brazil.
Yeah.
And wait till you hear what happened in Britain now without that air conditioning business. And again, I get the biggest kick out of people saying, oh, my God, you walk in a store, it's cold? Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We got a game. By the way, at some point, I'll give the magic words. Flounder, you tell me when you want me to give the magic word or words.
I'll let you know here. You listeners are just going to have to keep listening.
Okay, there you go. Coming up, and that'll be for the morning show, giving away $250 tomorrow. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 106.3. How you doing?
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Well, first of all, let me go back to a Facebook post I made a few days ago about Trump interfering with the FIFA soccer or whatever football tournament. I said it was a mistake, and I got raked over the coals for that. Who's laughing now? Some people will suggest that all of the great publicity that America was getting out of this World Cup tournament was diminished badly by Trump becoming involved in a decision made by FIFA. But that's Trump. Now I want to go back to the 20 or so minutes I spent on the air yesterday morning here with Tug and Carlos. Yep, I was ranting about Democrats again, that there was no really prosperous city in America that was governed by a Democrat mayor. I studied that. There may be one exception, Nashville, Tennessee. Be that as it may, just take a look at the agenda of the Democrat Party. How in the hell does anybody decide, yep, those are the people I want to vote for? When you poll Democrats, if they're proud of America, maybe 26% of them say yes. Ask Americans, 79% say yes. 74% agree with the American dream. 86% think that our Constitution is important and should be preserved. But in rapid fire, let me just read off some of the agenda of the Democrat Party. Boys get to play in girls' sports. No voter ID to cast a vote. Abolish prisons. No, I'm not kidding. Democrats call for abolishing prisons. Oh, and police departments as well. Eliminate private property, wealth taxes, exit taxes. That's your party, Democrats. Line up, go out there and vote, but don't look to the future for anything positive. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
You know, I really do like representing companies I know of and have worked with and can make your home and your life better, like Peach State Windows. You live in your house a long time, maybe invested a lot of money into, of course, maintaining and improving and protecting it, and maybe a little upgrade is due to your home after what it's done for you. Well, Jeff at Peach State Windows has been doing stuff for Georgia homeowners for like 5 decades. He helped homeowners improve comfort and beauty and value without losing the actual character of your home. How about a deal? How about a couple of deals? 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows installed for just $39.95. And these babies are special reflective heat business things, big-time Charlie, improving energy, efficiency, and comfort, and they look great. Speaking of looking great, by the way, those 8 double-hung windows installed $39.95. Are you kidding? That's unbelievable. How about transforming your entryway? A fiberglass French door installed for only $69.85. Both options have a lifetime warranty, 0% financing for 12 months. 770-485-8011. Your home has earned an upgrade. They're ready for you. PeachStateWindows.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, Answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
In a world where your yard has no boundaries, where the neighbor's kids cut through it like a public park, one company has dared to draw the line, literally. Accent Fence.
Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Setting boundaries is a good thing. So do it with a wood, vinyl, composite, aluminum, steel, or chain link fence. And right now, we're making it more affordable with no money down financing. Get your free quote today at 770-995-7463 or book online at accentfence.net.
Big number one hit, Bill Withers, his only number one, 1972. Good song. Boy, but they played the crap out of this on the radio, too. 3 weeks at number one in America in the singles chart. Bill Withers, 1972, Lean on Me. Made number 18 in Britain. Good song. Lean on. Our birthday list includes Kim Darby. Despite having a boy's name, she was very popular in the movie True Grit. Kim Darby is 79. Today, she said John Wayne was great to work with. He was always the first one on the set and really nice to her the whole time when she was a young girl. And she stopped acting back not long after that, her big movie, because she had a problem with amphetamines. And, kind of messed her up. But she's now doing some acting coaching. I think she's 79. And on this day in history, in 1881, a druggist named Edward Berner of Two Rivers, Wisconsin, was helping a customer who asked him to top off a dish of ice cream with some kind of chocolate sauce. Usually, chocolate sauce had only been used for flavored sodas back in the 1880s. No one had ever heard of putting a chocolate sauce on top of ice cream. It was illegal to serve on Sundays. The sauce used for flavored sodas, which were illegal to serve on Sundays. So Berner sold his ice cream concoction on the Sabbath and called it a sundae. Apparently, that's a true story. 1881 invented the ice cream sundae in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, home of the fat judge who basically got away with helping a criminal escape justice in her own freaking courtroom. And I mentioned Pete Davis about the business in Brazil, homeschooling. The investigating parents are going to get 50 days in jail for not teaching diversity and sex education, gender things to their own daughters. In Britain, a woman named Alex Galatis, or Galatis perhaps, 31-year-old woman, had just picked up her 3 kids from school the other day, and she stopped by the Tesco store in Essex, England, with her 3 kids when the temperature was 99 degrees. And she said she was stopped trying to go into the store, Tesco store, major store, and they wouldn't let her in. And she said, I was just after a school run. It was like 97, 99 degrees or something like that. Kids are picking up their scanning gun, and the security guard was standing behind us. I turned around, and he said, "You're not allowed in here." I said, "Why not?" "You can't come in here wearing that top because it's got a tie-up at the back." She was wearing one of those backless shirts that has a tie in the back, but there was no back on it. You can see her bare back. So it was clearly, it was a little something. But still, the guy said, no. He said, "You can't come in here." And she said, "I'm kind of confused. I don't know why he wouldn't even make eye contact." The guy said, "Well, somebody could untie your top, and you could be left exposed to creeps." And she said, I looked at him so confused because that's something I would never even think of. She has to be worried going into a store, somebody's going to take her top off. Anyway, she said, "Well, can I go buy a top then? Because I just want to get shopping done." He said, "No, you can't even go in. You're not allowed inside at all." So she went back to her car and grabbed a sweatshirt from the gym, sweltering heat, draped it over her shoulders. We went back to the store, and she said, I had the jumper around me, and on the way out, he was watching me, looking at me with disdain, shaking his head. And she said, God forbid, what if someone ever tried to undress me and it would be my fault? And she complained about the store, and they said, I'll never go back there again. And the store owner said, well, that shouldn't happen. That was wrong. But
it's like Kroger doing that to somebody.
Yeah. But again, the underlying reason is they don't have air conditioning in Britain. They just don't have it. And you go into a store and it's still 99 degrees. I don't know how they keep their food fresh. I guess they have refrigerated areas, but still, anyway. But again, here, that's why when people come over to here and they see what we can do, they say, they'd never let us do that back home. I mean, free refills, ice in your glass. Oh my God, they've never even heard of silly things like that. Anyway, free chips
Those
and salsa.
people going back are going to spark a revolution.
Yeah. A guy said, wait a minute, I didn't order the chips and salsa. Oh, well, everybody gets chips and salsa. Everybody gets chips and salsa? I mean, that's just, what a country. And now, speaking of the illegals, here we go again. I don't know how many, we don't talk about it much. It's all of a sudden just become an almost everyday occurrence. Another commercial truck driver from Uzbekistan, admitted to the United States under Biden, came here illegally, and he just got in an accident and killed a star college soccer player. A 21-year-old kid named Toby Forsyth, a goalkeeper for the University of Massachusetts, 21 years old, star soccer player, and this guy from Uzbekistan, Burkhgaf Asgarov, 42 years old, slammed into the back of the kid's car on the Interstate 71 in Madison County in Ohio. And when when state troopers showed up, he had to ask them to use a Google Translate to speak with them because he didn't speak any English, even though he had an Ohio commercial driver's license. He tried ripping off the dash cam. He tried destroying it by smashing it. He tried to smash and destroy all 3 of his phones and his logging device before he got caught by the state police. He came in here under Biden in 2024 with a diversity visa lottery program. And he killed a 21-year-old kid and didn't even know enough English to say what happened. He didn't speak English. And he had an Ohio commercial driver's license for a big rig. They killed a kid. On Interstate Highway. And these, how they get these licenses so they can't even speak English. A guy from Haiti, remember that? Haiti just recently, he was ordered to leave, was charged and killing a state trooper in Pennsylvania. And he had a vehicle inspection commercial license on Highway 85. I mean, it's just, it literally happens pretty much every day. And I don't know why. And in fact, didn't Donald Trump, as I recall, actually started a program where he said, in fact, it might be hidden in here somewhere, he intensified efforts to get rid of all the immigrant truck drivers' licenses who don't speak English. And there must be some kind of record. But again, I don't know why all the people who gave him those licenses are not being in handcuffs. Go back to investigate who. They must know exactly who signed the paper, who was on duty. They probably have security cams to show all these guys getting their licenses. Hell, this was like in the last year.
Getting paid.
Yeah. There's the fix is in. And they're everywhere. In fact, I don't know why.
Truck drivers.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess they stopped doing the inspections. Remember, for a while there, man, they were pulling over every single truck to see if they could speak English and checking their commercial licenses if they were here illegally. And maybe I don't know whether they stopped doing it or we just haven't heard about it, or it's so common now that it's just every day. I mean, it's just a nightmare. I mean, why are we even talking about this? I mean, it's just all these people, dead people who should not be dead. They should not be dead. They were killed, and they should be alive. Because of
tolerance.
In fact,
you have to tolerate everything.
In fact, we may get some sound later on. I don't know whether there's any really available at the moment. But J.D. Vance, in fact, I got a quick story here. This is popping up this afternoon. J.D. Vance, in fact, isn't it funny? We all say J.D. Vance instead of saying Vice President Vance. We never call him Vice President Vance. I wonder why that is. I mean, seriously, I wonder why that is. We never call him Vice President. Well, Vice President Vance.
Well, Okay, you do it.
I do it.
Why do you do it?
Because he's vice president, and I don't know, but I don't know why I do it because I feel more familiar with him. I think. Well, he's a Marine,
Okay, then
but
that's
still.
the reason.
Yeah.
You don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there you are. Now, see, we've answered my own question.
Problem solved.
mystery
Solved. Flounder, you have to get on the program here. The mystery is solved. This is
Do we
the
meet again?
Peter Sellers.
The mystery is solved.
In fact, we'll do a game in a few minutes after the 4:30 break, maybe. The Trump administration with Vice President J.D. Vance is revealing new figures. Check this out now. Medicare fraud. There is a spike of 7,000% in claims for tissue and organ transplants in the last few years. 7,000% spike in claims in Medicare. Mehmet Oz, the administrator, said there were 4,200 suspicious claims for organ transplants, totaling $224 million through May of this year. Bankrupts not just hospital systems and physician groups causes major problems across the entire landscape. The fraudulent claims for durable medical equipment, wheelchairs, walkers, hospital beds, essential equipment. They've suspended 102 suppliers, revoking billing privileges for 725 other suppliers. They're all faking it. Holy crap. I mean, how many millions and billions of dollars are just being wasted for fake paperwork?
Yeah.
I mean,
stolen our money.
725 suppliers just got cut off because it was all fake.
Yeah.
In 6 months, the task force has wiped out durable medical equipment fraud in America. And again, people complain. It's like it's the modern Doge. They're doing the Medicare Doge fraud. The J.D. Vance is in charge of the fraud. What do they call it? The fraud, brigade or whatever it is. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Doge.
Yeah, the modern Doge of Medicare of fraud. They don't call it Doge anymore, but it's a fraud division, the fraud investigative thing that Donald Trump set up, and J.D. Vance is in charge of it. It's the Anti-Fraud Task Force. That's the White House Anti-Fraud Task Force. They've stopped $220 million in skin substitute claims and revoked billing privileges for more than 800 skin suppliers. Holy, I didn't even know they had 800 skin suppliers. I mean, my God. I guess you just say, I'm now a skin supplier, so here's my, my paperwork, and I'd like to get $4 million to give skin to these people over there in Indiana. Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, and remember, when they had the dosing, when they had the Department of U.S. AID program, and when people would apply for a loan, the guy in charge of the loan department never said no. They never turned down an application for money at the USAID. Not one ever turned down an application for money. Oh, my God. All right, forgive repeating, Flounder. How you doing? Middle of the afternoon, beautiful, hot, sunny, wet, sunny day. What day? Go Braves, God, for once, all right? Be better tonight. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Neil Bortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
For the purpose of this commercial, we'll refer to erectile dysfunction as ED.
This is the story of Ed. No one likes Ed. Ed can be a real problem. A real downer. Ed can come between you and your partner. And if you let Ed go unchecked, Ed'll continue to destroy your hanky-panky plans. Ed has taken over your life. On date night, all you can think about is Ed. When you roll over in bed for the morning smooch, there's Ed. And when you're cooking a romantic dinner for your wife, there's Ed in an apron. So how do you get rid of Ed? Kick him to the curb with Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They're Ed experts. They understand what causes Ed to be Ed, and they know how to get Ed going in the right direction. He'll learn to stand on his own with proven all-natural therapies that don't require surgery or downtime. So if you've had enough of Ed, take matters into your own hands. Call Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911. Learn more online at tbtofga.com.
Time to shut the door on your old, creaky, ugly garage door.
I'm Dan Watkins, local owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Don't get ripped off by national companies with outrageous prices and gimmicky jingles, pretending they've been in Atlanta since day one. Here's what's really important: high-quality work, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House, and now the thought of the day. There's only a few things that a safe from the Safe House can't protect you from. The biggest one is socialist Democrats trying to steal elections. Does that really happen? Yes, it does. So for real security, drop by the Safe House and let us show you how to protect your hard-earned valuables from theft and fire. We are the exclusive Browning and Fort Knox safe dealer in the area. That's right, we're the only ones. So don't go unprotected. Go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com. That's AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So don't analyze it, don't wait, just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale, 31% off everything.
Opioids can start as a prescription for pain, but misuse can happen quickly, and addiction doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone. Take medications only as prescribed. Never share them and store and dispose of them safely. If you or someone you love is struggling, help is available. Call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Prevention starts with awareness. Learn more at GeorgiaOpioidHelp.org, sponsored by the Georgia Opioid Crisis Abatement Trust.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Summer is here, and it's time to enjoy your outdoor oasis as a family. Don't know where to begin? At Stovall & Company, we have everything you need to make your landscaping dreams come true. From premium mulch and topsoil to a wide variety of plants, trees, shrubs, and annuals, Stovall has it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com.
Well, you know, this whistling business is...
Welcome to the Kimmer Show
we're gonna have to get a new
update.
Like
Let's check in with Pete and the scoreboard.
Investigation or something
versus
because
stories actually
we're
covered.
trying to get the work done here. It's early in the morning and getting everything, all the news.
10 stories. You woke the flounder up with this one.
Well,
10 stories you
Yeah,
requested.
I was easy this morning.
You have done 7.
Oh, my God, that's not bad. That's Hall of Fame material there, my friend.
Boosting your numbers here a little bit.
I can't believe it. I got to watch out myself here. You burn out early. I hold everything. Phone calls take priority. Truck driver Joshua, welcome aboard, man. How's it going? Help us out here, will you, on this license business?
Hey, Kimmer. Congratulations on your 7 stories for the day, man.
Thank you.
I was a long-time listener. I have listened to you a little bit since right out of high school back in 1990.
Oh,
so
wow.
I've been around for a while.
Well, I'm very flattered. Yes, sir.
Arkansas actually had a situation where all of a sudden they were pulling drivers into the DOT station, and what they were doing was having them forced to read a long sentence and stuff and all, and then write it back. And they were having them do it to every single driver.
Oh, man.
And they were actually shutting down drivers, old guys like me, older than me,
yeah, that's
that
not good.
have trouble with book reading and writing and stuff and all, and actually trying to pull their licenses as well.
Wow, that sounds
So
a
it
little
wasn't just
extreme.
Yeah,
that
it was. And I mean, that was in Arkansas.
Wow.
But as for a situation that happened recently to me last night on my dash cam, which my truck's covered in cameras from the company,
I'll bet.
I actually had a foreign driver pull right out in front of me. He blew right to a stop sign in a tractor-trailer truck, and I had to lock him up to keep from T-boning him.
You know,
It was
well, now let me ask you, I mean, you're a professional. You do this for a living. Is this an issue that is this really? I'm sorry, you got to talk to somebody?
No, I'm talking to you, sir.
Okay, I heard a 10-4. I thought maybe you were trying to convey something at an intersection or something.
I
Anyway,
just responded to you.
I got you.
Same old way I usually respond to everybody.
You know, I actually I remember back in the days where if you're old enough to remember the CB radios. Remember when that became a thing and everybody had a handle and CB radios had a smoky big double 50 double nickel or whatever.
Yeah, my handle back in the day was Captain.
Captain, I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, now as a pro, tell us. I mean, do you see this all? Is this a thing? Is it foreign drivers? Are we being racist about this, or is this a thing? If people can't speak English, how the hell did they get a license? I mean, is this a thing for you drivers?
The biggest problem is communications with them and all. Like, we have a scale operator that weighs out our trucks and stuff like that, and they also have to bring in truck operators and stuff, and they sometimes have communicational problems between these people not being able to understand what they're trying to, to communicate to them on their loads, what they're bringing in, stuff like that and all. Like the guy last night and all, he was pulling into my same facility I was coming into, so I went and had a few words with him.
Yeah.
He couldn't speak a word of English. The only thing he kept saying to me, he says, I apologize. I apologize. And that was about it. And I was like, dude, he come out of his tractor trailer truck in a set of boxer shorts and a T-shirt and sandals. And I'm like, talking about not being ready to do the job.
Holy moly. And again, I just can't. I really can't believe how the hell they even got licenses in the first place. Is there no testing? Is this all fraud? I mean, are they just paid off, or is it okay to
honestly, not? I really don't know. Like I said, I've heard a lot of these licenses come out of California, come out of New York, and then all of a sudden, what happens is these drivers they'll go and they'll take a New York license, bring it down to Georgia, and then have a transfer.
Yeah.
And then they'll transfer it to a Georgia license and all. And then all of a sudden, you have a situation with a Georgia driver's license showing some sort of fraud, but it's just a transfer of the New York license down to a Georgia license and all. And I don't know how it's being pulled off so successfully, but it's getting weird.
Well, let me ask you one last thing. Just in your personal opinion, can you tell? Have you been able to tell, or can you tell whether there's an issue of whether these the foreigners who come and get licenses here, are they good enough drivers to be on the road? Is it an issue that they're just not, careful enough or good enough or professional of drivers as an issue for these guys who get these licenses coming in from foreign countries?
Well, I am a truck driver examiner, and I have had one or two come across my documents, my work, and all. And one or two of them actually were very, very good drivers. And I appreciated that they knew everything that they needed to know. Distances, signs, crosswalks, that's a big one.
Yeah.
All those things are very important and all, but like I said, some of them I don't know why or they even got a driver's license for that matter. So it's kind of a little weird. And it worries me on that aspect. But like I said, last night having one guy just blow through a stop sign that was there.
That's got to be scary.
And literally, I mean, it was. I mean, I was kind of aggravated. And at that point, like I said, if I'd have T-boned him in this truck of mine and all, hitting the side of another tractor-trailer truck, who knows? I might not have been here today.
Well, you probably would have died. Look, I remember the famous case of that guy from India who did a little jackknife in the middle of the road and killed a whole family in a freaking car smashed into him.
I know.
I mean,
I followed that.
I mean, that's why I wonder whether these people are just not qualified drivers. I mean, are they really good drivers, or I'd be worried sick if I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyways, real quick, I was wanting to tell you. My mom met a guy back in 1972 in Atlanta and all. His name also was Kim. I don't know what his last name was and all, but yeah, I was born in 1973, so I'm not exactly sure what was the deal with all that.
Well, it's fun. Well, that reminds me. In fact, this is a true story. I came here in 1972. No, I came here in 1972, and I remember I was on the radio, and I remember that there were something like four. It's very funny. There were something like four other men named Kim, and there was another Kim Peterson as well. At the same time I was here in the early 70s, and there were one of them was an agent or an attorney and agent for celebrities or something. I can't remember what, but I remember back in the early 70s that there was another Kim Peterson and a couple other men named Kim. For some reason, anyway, kind of weird. Well, I was not with your mother. I swear to God, I had nothing to do with you.
All right, so no reason in calling you daddy.
No, please. Hey, you're killing me. Listen, be careful out there. Thank you so much. And
Man. You take it easy, buddy, and you have a great day.
That's a 10-4. Thank you. Hoorah, and out, Captain. Outstanding. I remember those days of the CB radios, and I'll be driving, squawking all the time. And that's a big breaker.
Breaker 19. You got any Smokies on there?
Yeah, you got a double nickel on I-25 or whatever. And now, hold on. Phone calls, Mr. Phone.
Adam in Sandy Springs.
Adam, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon. So, I want to weigh in on this Mitch McConnell and Graham Platter
situation.
Please.
Yeah.
Now, if the 17th Amendment was never ratified, we wouldn't have this situation because before that, senators were appointed by state legislators, not directly elected by the people.
That's right. Yeah.
So McConnell probably would have been recalled, and Plattner never would have been elected in the primary.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine that's true. Now, the other thing is whether in modern day politics, whether it's actually better to have a statewide election where the people elect the senators for the longer term of 6 years, or whether it would be more. The other, then you're relying on the state legislatures when you're, to pick the senators, and I'm not sure whether that would be better or worse these days. I don't know. What do you think?
And in a state like Kentucky, they'd probably pick a more conservative person than an establishment like McConnell.
Yeah. And now,
in Maine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe in Maine, someone more, I guess, mainstream Democrat than this Nazi Plattner.
Yeah. Well, and again, we don't know whether he's going to stay in the race or not. And I think he ought to stay in. I think they ought to, stress the issue. And I think you should stay in and make them eat their words. And I just explode over it. It's just, this whole thing is just disgusting what these Democrats are willing to do. Well, a rapist, Nazi, Jew hater, military hater, turning on his own infantry. It's just disgusting in every way. There's nothing redeemable about this scumbag. Beating up women, raping, just, sexting little girls. God, what scumbag. Anyway, Adam, thanks.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it. Adam, thanks, man. Thank you, sir. 4:45. I can't repeat and flounder already. 404-741-1230. Now we'll do a game next. We're going to do a game. Now we're going to do a game. And again, at some point, we'll be giving away the secret word or words for tomorrow morning.
It will be in the 5 o'clock hour.
The 5 o'clock hour. Now we're getting. Sorry, you morning people have to keep listening. Well, you can don't tune out for 20 minutes if you feel like it. All right, look out. Here we go.
Get the latest breaking news and insight from the biggest conservative voices in the South when you follow Extra 106.3 across all your social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at Extra 106.3.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
It's Toyota's Big One sales event at Marietta Toyota now through August 3rd. And if you commute every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry may be the one to see first. It's now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon city, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And with 50 Camrys in stock, Marietta Toyota has the selection to help you find the trim and color you actually want. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New car dealership and best service center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid, as low as 4.99% APR for 48 months through August 3rd. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/3/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Hey, it's Front Office Los for Howard Brothers. Looking for the right tools, equipment, and expert advice for your next project? Head over to Howard Brothers. For over 70 years, they've been helping homeowners and pros get geared up for outdoor projects. With locations across North Georgia and a team that's always ready to serve, let Howard Brothers be your go-to for outdoor power, service, hardware, and more. Howard Brothers, your one-stop shop for lawn care success, season after season. Find one near you at howardbrothers.com.
The Braves are turning up the excitement this summer as the Rangers and Padres come to Truist Park July 17th through the 23rd. Come celebrate Christmas in July on the 17th, enjoy a pregame block party on the 18th, and snag the ATL Clear Purse Kids giveaway on the 19th. The fun continues Monday with a special Daniel Tigers neighborhood-themed Kids Club Day, followed by the Jermaine Dupree bobblehead giveaway on the 22nd. Visit Braves.com/promos to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball, we are Braves country.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage, we do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
All right, look out. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Yeah, hump day, baby. We got the Jimmy going on here. Look at, yeah. And Jimi Hendrix. (1967), the Monkees begin a 29-date tour with the Jimi Hendrix Experience as a support act, at least for a while. Again, think about the Monkees in 1967, and then the crowd hears this. Jimi Hendrix was dropped after 6 shows because they told him the Teeny Bopper audience is not really reacting very well to Jimi Hendrix here. And so they dropped him after 6 shows. Anyway, hard luck. He did okay. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, our birthday list includes Angelica Houston, 75 years old, known for her movie work in the Addams Family. The TV Addams Family was Jennifer Jones, I think, that little hottie. Man, she was hot. Anyway, Angelica Houston, 75, Addams Family movies. She was in Pritzi's Honor with Jack Nicholson, with whom was she married, or they were just an item for off and on for years? I don't think they were never married. She's the daughter of John Huston, the director. Angelica, 75 years old today, was in Grifters, The Witches, John Wick. One of the newer John Wick movies. I think the third one with that hottie Anna, what's her name, girl, the ballet dancer, if I'm not mistaken. 75-year-old Angelica Houston. And on this day in history, The first public reading of the Declaration of Independence at noon on this day in 1776 in the yard of the Pennsylvania State House, now known as Independence Hall. Thousands of citizens gathered on this day in 1776 to hear the prominent merchant and militia leader named Colonel John Nixon. They marked the event by ringing the city's bells, formally summoning the diverse crowd of sailors and tradesmen and enslaved and free black people to hear that the 13 colonies were declaring themselves independent states. On the same day at noon, the Declaration also read in Trenton, New Jersey. George Washington, who did not sign the Declaration of Independence, had it read aloud to his troops in New York City the next day. And in Boston, it was publicly proclaimed on July 18th from the old State House. The first reading of the Declaration of Independence. And again, if you haven't read it, the whole thing, read the whole thing. It's really a remarkable document. And again, these were tradesmen and farmers and merchants and leather workers and
who paid attention to local politics to make sure scum didn't get in there and stay.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. They wasn't supposed to ever be a professional. And again, Mitch McConnell, we keep talking about that. We don't know whether he's dead or alive. They claim he's still working with his staff from this hospital bed. We'll see. Anyway, holding 4:53. Hold everything. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and as a special middle of the week hump day tribute here. Hey, Johnny Olson, who's the next contestant on? Holy crap! Pete Davis has a game.
That'd be you and Flounder.
Me and Flounder. An incredible reward here for us, yes.
We will test your World Cup knowledge.
Oh, God. Well, congratulations, Flounder.
We'll start with Flounder.
All right. There we go.
Which country hosted and won the first ever World Cup in 1930?
Well, we have to guess on that one. Go ahead, Flounder.
I'll go Spain.
No, not Spain.
England.
No, not England.
Oh, I
Flounder.
can't believe that.
Argentina?
Very close, but not Argentina. Kimmer?
Mexico.
Not Mexico. You're farther away. Flounder.
God.
Uruguay?
Uruguay. You're absolutely correct.
I'll be
Flounder
damned.
is on the board.
Wow, I
That's
forgot
right.
entirely about that Uruguay business. The hell kind of country is that anyway? Freaking Uruguay. We've been to Uruguay. There's no Uruguay.
Which country won the 1966 World Cup on their home soil?
1966 home soil.
Germany?
Nope, not Germany.
England.
Kimmer ties it up. All right. In 1966, the original World Cup trophy was stolen in London and found days later in a bush by what?
A human being?
By...
Nope, not a human being.
A dog.
Kimmer?
A dog.
A dog.
Wow.
A dog named Pickles, who became a national hero, invited to the official celebration banquet. What country, Flounder, has played in every World Cup since 1930?
Belgium.
Not Belgium.
Rubbing it in for that. Mexico.
Not Mexico. You're a little closer, though.
I'll be damned.
Flounder?
Let's see. Spain?
Not. You're further away now.
No,
Kimmer.
Let's see. Chile.
Abbott. Not Chile, but you're getting closer. Flounder.
Japan? That's not closer at all.
Not Japan.
How about
Kimmer?
How about Paraguay?
Not Paraguay. You're getting closer, though. We did this story earlier about something there. Flounder?
Oh, I know what it is.
I need a hint.
How about Cuba?
We mentioned this country just a few minutes ago in a story.
Cuba.
It's not your turn for
sorry.
cheating.
Is it Cuba?
No, it's not Cuba.
I did it on purpose. Uruguay.
No, not Uruguay. Flounder, you're right. It's next door to Uruguay, for God's sake.
Well, I forgot which one.
And Paraguay.
I said Paraguay and Uruguay.
You just mentioned this country in a story about 30 minutes ago.
Well, I thought Brazil. Brazil.
It's Flounder's turn.
Morocco?
No, Brazil.
No, it's not Morocco.
It's Brazil.
Kimmer?
Brazil.
It's Brazil.
Yeah, we just the family and the homeschooling. That's what it was.
That's right.
My bad.
During World War II, the vice president of FIFA, Ottorino Barassi, secretly hid the trophy in what item designed to hold an article of clothing, Flounder?
Article of clothing?
He hid it in something that holds articles of clothing.
A closet?
Not a closet, but something that could be in a closet.
A chest
Kimmer.
of drawers. A bureau.
Not a chest of drawers, Flounder.
Shelving?
Especially not shelving, Kimmer.
A hat box.
Not a hat box, but Flounder, before you say something, I'll give you a hint. It's something you're famous for in your closet.
Shoes?
Shoebox.
A shoebox. That is correct.
And we got a Flounder's Funny. You're winner of our game, I think, like 3-2.
We do. And we're doing some more of Sebastian
Maniscalco. His birthday's 53 today. Sebastian.
Go out to dinner with your friends. That always gets weird. Especially if you go out with a group and you go out to anything like a dinner or whatnot. When the bill comes, it gets weird. Because what normally happens is the bill will travel around the table. People will then begin to pitch in what they think they owe. The problem with this is there's always somebody last to get the bill. A look of confusion and concern comes over their face. They're like, what
the hell? Wait a minute.
Now, people see this and they're like, oh, a couple extra dollars or something like that? And you're like, well, I'm $687 short. So the $2 you're going to pitch in ain't even going to put a dent in this. So how about this? How about the bill take another leg? Do another leg. I don't think my chicken tenders were $700.
Sebastian Maniscalco, 53 years old today. Very funny individual. He's done acting movie stuff, right? We see him in something else. I
think he was in The Irishman.
Very distinctive character. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Holy Crap in Sports is coming up, and we got so much more on a beautiful, hot, steamy hump day on 106.3. Go Braves, please, tonight in Pittsburgh. Look out.
The Morning Extra. Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
This is a Fox News alert. More U.S. strikes on Iran. I'm Lisa Brady. The U.S. military just confirming new strikes have begun for a second night, aiming to hold Iran accountable and further degrade their ability to threaten freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. This after what CENTCOM calls unjustified aggression against commercial shipping and civilian crews. President Trump is on his way back from a NATO summit, telling reporters before leaving Turkey, negotiating with Iran may be a waste of time.
They want to make a deal, but they don't know how to make a deal, and then they go around shooting ships at night. I don't like that.
And saying earlier he thinks a ceasefire agreement is over.
They're liars. They're cheats. They're sick people.
But he also says talks can continue. Iran responded to last night's U.S. strikes by targeting U.S. military sites in the region. On the summit sidelines, President Trump telling Ukraine's President Zelensky the U.S. will allow Ukraine to build its own Patriot air defense systems to counter Russian missile attacks. Also meeting with the new president of Syria.
Syria's become a very stable. I mean, it's amazing. In a short period of time, it's really been stabilized, and we're proud of that.
Later notifying Congress the U.S. will remove Syria as a state sponsor of terrorism as part of a normalization process with the new government. The defense raising DNA questions on day 3 of a hearing in Utah where a judge will decide if there's enough evidence to send Charlie Kirk's accused assassin to trial.
Lawyers for Tyler Robinson questioned FBI forensic examiner Amanda Baker about a towel that was found wrapped around the alleged murder weapon. She said it contained DNA from both Robinson and his ex-lover and roommate Lance Twiggs. Defense attorney Michael Burt went after her testimony, suggesting the testing was flawed.
Fox's Claudia Cowan at the courthouse in Provo, with the preliminary hearing expected to last all week. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of light, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder at the controls. We have Holy Crap at Sports coming up. We got more Flounder's Fun. You got some tweets and goof and stuff around here and a whole bunch of newsy things. And your phone calls at 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And we'll sometime this hour, I will be given the magic word or words to have you know for in the morning, when the morning show, when they announce it sometime between 6 and 10, they will announce that they want you to call in with a secret word or words that I will be giving shortly, and then you will win $250. Somebody, it would be nice. Anyway, Cover Pete and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Oh, we were just talking about fraud. J.D. Vance, the vice president, has announced with Dr. Oz that they have found an increase in Medicare fraud for things like skin grafts and equipment for like wheelchairs and so forth. The amount of fraud that they have caught has gone up 7,000% in the last few years. 7,000%. They've now canceled 800 different suppliers' contracts. And now, this just breaking now, there's a report that finds state financial officers have uncovered $225 million in fraud across America's schools. 90 cases of embezzlement, fake invoices, inflated enrollment, bid rigging, and kickbacks. Kickbotch, idiots. What's the matter with you? I got nothing, I'm telling you. I'm falling apart. If the finding is a report, tracking every school dollar abused, historically bloated federal education bureaucracy, making jobs harder. The Trump prioritizing cracking down on war on fraud. Federal education spending, J.D. Vance leading the way. $67 million ordered to be repaid. Reports reminder state oversight has never been needed more. Only 3 of the nation's 20 largest federally funded school districts, only 3 appeared in official records. The 17 others were absent. Federal investigations targeted dozens of smaller districts, online schools, charter schools, gaps in federal oversight. It's an economic and moral imperative. Families deserve assurance that public institutions meant to serve their kids are not being looted by the very officials entrusted to lead them. Alleged fraud hits us where it hurts most. Per student fraud loss enough to fund a semester at a charter school. Anyway, the allegations, two closed Indiana online charter schools got $44 million in funding by inflating enrollment. A Puerto Rico tutoring company got $24 million for billing services they never did. In Florida, Broward County Public Schools information officer steered $17 million to friends' businesses. And then, of course, he got some kickback money. In Houston and Texas, same thing happened. $6 million fraud scheme involving construction and grounds maintenance contracts. I mean, on and on and on. I'm just unbelievable. And again, I don't know why every single state legislature doesn't appoint a Doge committee to just do nothing but investigate and offer them all, $300,000 apiece, as a salary. To make it worth their while. Because the people you want are people, like Musk people. You want geniuses who can make a lot of money on their own on the side. So pay them what they're worth to get all the fraud out of them. Or pay them a percentage.
Give them 10% of what they find.
Yeah, percentage. That's even better.
Because this incompetent and corrupt federal empire has stolen all of our money.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. In fact, they and I'm guaranteed this is true, they estimate that if they could just knock off like 40% of the fraud, we could pay off the debt. Right. Every family would be benefiting forever if they just stopped the fraud, the cheating. And I don't know why every state doesn't have a Doge fraud division.
They don't want to. They don't want to stop it because they're all getting paid by everyone in the government's getting paid from it.
Well, now why
can't
in
charge?
Both
sides.
Why can't Donald? Well, yeah, obviously it's fraud and kickbacks, and that's why they do it. It's like the U.S. aid programs are all kickback deals. Well, isn't there some kind of way that Donald Trump could mandate by executive order that teams of investigators investigate fraud in every state? I mean, hell, the Doge was a mandate by Donald Trump. The Congress never passed a Doge Act, did they?
Every so-called newspaper, so-called journalist, TV station should be in every capital city asking the governor of that state, why are you not hunting down this massive fraud?
I agree.
Why are you hiding these people?
Yeah. In fact, you know what? Every problem we have really comes back to the fact that the media is just not doing its job.
Not doing their job. No, not doing their job. No, hell, they're probably paid off anyway. We know that the media is mostly corrupt.
Yeah,
it's been proven. The CBS, ABC, MSNBC, CNN, they lie to us every single day.
Yeah, they're still doing it. They're still doing it now about Plattner and about the Democrats are not challenging them. How come nobody's called Pocahontas about her line about this is my kind of man? I mean, no one's even stood up to these people to say, explain yourself. How can you go to sleep at night knowing that this was the man you want in the Senate and he's still the man you want in the Senate right now? Because you don't want even the liberal Susan Collins to be representing the state of Maine. You Democrats, I guarantee, if he drops out, they will still want him elected. If he refuses to bow out, apparently tonight he's going to make a decision. If he refuses to end his campaign, I guarantee the Democrats will say he's still better than having a Republican to help Donald Trump because they want to take back the Senate. I guarantee it. I mean, how can you live with a rapist, Nazi, military basher, lying, wife-beating rapist? God, I mean, seriously, he's a national figure, and he's still walking around. I just
you know what? We used to joke that you'd have to be caught with a dead girl or a live boy.
Yeah, in your trunk of your car.
I don't even think they'd kick him out if they caught him with a live boy now.
Yeah. I don't think so. It was experimenting.
We have to tolerate that.
PTSD. He was experimenting. Yeah, it was just finding out the true self-worth.
Jon Favreau, he's grown. He's not that person anymore.
I mean, it's really disgusting. I mean, it really is disgusting. Think about all those Democrats, all of them were supporting him, all of them. And then all of a sudden, and the only reason they turned on him is because the polls, I think, started to show some things that he was losing a little support. So then the Democrats had to pull a Biden. They performed a coup on Donald Trump, and they performed a coup on their own President Biden, and now they're performing a coup on their own Democratic candidate that they put in the first place. They put him in the first place. I mean, and they knew everything. There was no secrets.
Can you imagine a Republican having a Nazi concentration camp guard tattoo on his chest and thinking he could run?
Yeah.
The media would just basically crucify him.
Hell, they crucified Pete Hegseth because he had religious tattoos on his chest.
A cross. He had a cross.
Oh, my God. And that's Sunny Hostin saying that she would still vote for the rapist guy anyway because she's scared.
Maybe she likes it.
Yeah, I remember, I couldn't believe this. We even had it on a promo. She said if she goes into a neighborhood where there's a lot of American flags flying, she feels she's in danger.
Well, good.
She's in danger. It should be just exactly the opposite. You should. If I go into a neighborhood where there are American flags flying, I know these people are going to protect me if something's going on. If something bad happens. That's why I used to put candles in my window. When in my last house in Brookhaven, after 9/11 and everything, I put candles in every stinking window, electric candles, not lit ones, to show people that you can come here. You know, this is your safe place.
Yeah. That's why you had the candy in your white van.
And the teddy bears, all those teddy bears.
To lure them. Does this smell like a puppy?
All those Cabbage Patch dolls in the front dashboard. Does this smell like candy?
Stop talking. Stop talking.
That would be wrong. Anyway, God, I don't know. By the way, if you haven't heard all the Donald Trump sound bites, we're going to play a couple that just makes me laugh like hell about this president of the United States coming up. But first, a little sports update and a little good luck for the Braves. They could use it here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Look out.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on Extra 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
If you're thinking about making your home a little better and maybe some upgrades, I love telling you about people I've known and done business with for years and years, like Jeff and the gang at Peach State Windows. He's been doing this for like 50 years, helping Georgia homeowners improve not only the money you save for efficiency, especially in sunny, hot weather like this, also the comfort and value, and to keep the home looking the way you want it. Whether it's Marietta, East Cobb, Roswell, surrounding areas, the right upgrades once in a while keep performing for decades to come. How about a couple of specials? Check this out. 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows installed for just $39.95. And these are the special reflecting the heat light business to help you keep the bills down. How about this? How about curbing appeal boosted like crazy with a fiberglass French entry door installed for only $69.85. Both of these options improve energy efficiency and security and overall appearance. Lifetime warranty. How about 0% financing for 12 months too? Here's number 770-485-8011. Help your home get a little upgrade for another 20 or 30 years. PeachStateWindows.com.
This is Tom, the Honest Car Guy, and I'm here with Ron. And I'll let Ron tell you a little bit about his experience with us, and not only that, but the differences between a new car dealership and the Honest Car Guy, because there is a difference, with no doc fees and no addendums. It's kind of straightforward. They get to see what we pay for the car, and that's not something you get at a dealership.
Usually we're back and forth, and then you get like 1,400 pages of paper. And in this case, we did it all online. I mean, it was like, okay, I don't mind doing paperwork once I know that this is the deal.
And you got to see the financing, the numbers up front before you even bought it. You can make that call, and within hours, we can find you the car you want from your home. I mean, I had a customer call me and say, hey, I bought a car in my pajamas.
If I'd had some, I'd have been wearing them.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. or online at atlbail.com.
Let me tell you a quick story. Listener wrote in to say that during a major storm in their area, the power went out and the cell service was completely collapsed. Phones wouldn't connect, text messages wouldn't send, but their rapid radios kept working, and they were able to talk instantly with family members across town, all across the state, to make sure everybody was safe. That is the rapid radio difference. They use instant push-to-talk communication over nationwide LTE networks, giving you coast-to-coast communication with unlimited range. No contracts, no monthly fees. Just turn them on, start talking. They're trusted by NASA, Border Control, law enforcement, and over 500,000 users nationwide. And right now, Rapid Radios is offering over $300 in free gear with your order, including a tactical radio bag, USB charger, and EMP Faraday bag. Plus, every order includes 30-day money-back guarantee. So go to rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for 5% off and free shipping. When you need to be heard, no matter where you are or when, go to rapidradios.com. Rapid Radios, communication redefined.
All right, look out. 1947 on this day, a report appears in the newspaper Roswell Daily Record announcing Air Force captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region. 1947. And after all the files released, we still haven't told the truth of flying saucers. Holy crap, though, it's sports first and Pete Davis.
All right, there's some rumor out there that Trump has a speech ready, that he could say it if something happens, that he can tell us about this intelligent life outside of Earth.
Well, so I'll bet that's true. I'll bet that's true.
Braves lose their third in a row. This time it was in Pittsburgh. A shellacking 12-4 loss to the Pirates because the Kemmer refuses to stop watching.
Well, I turned in, and it's my bad.
Hurston Waldrop's third start this season, not a good one, going only 3 1/3 innings, gave up 7 runs on 6 hits. His earned run average is 8.44. His record is 0-1. He also walked 5 and gave up 2 home runs. Lefty Connor Thomas came in and was not much better, pitching 3 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits. It got so bad, shortstop Jorge Mateo pitched an inning, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. Mike Yastrzemski had 2 RBIs. Paul Skeens improved to 7-8, giving up 8 hits and 2 runs. But the big story was Bucks first baseman Ryan O'Hearn, nice Jewish kid, and his 10 RBIs. Yeah, I said 10 RBIs.
Yeah. Wow.
He hit a grand slam, then 2 more homers with 2 runners on base. He had 4 hits. The 10 RBIs, a Pirates record. After the game, Paul Skeens was asked about O'Hearn's evening.
Yeah, I bet.
What was it like to see that sort of performance from Ryan?
I think it was kind of selfish, to be honest. Everybody else was getting on, and home runs are rally killers. You hit a 3-run home run or a grand slam, and it's just like, what now? There's nobody on, nobody can drive him in. So, good for him, I guess. But
what the hell?
Little tongue in cheek.
I assume a little sarcasm, but
Yes,
selfish bastard.
Selfish bastard. Same 2 teams tonight, the 5-4 Grant Hay Holmes for us, and his ERA of 3.83 against the 1-1 Jared Jones for Pittsburgh, an ERA of 5.28. Yes, they went to Jared.
Yeah, sure.
Joey Bart behind the plate. Drake Baldwin, the designated hitter tonight. Braves lead down to 2 games over Philly. I'm begging you, stop watching, Kimmer.
I will not watch tonight. In fact, whatever happened to the soccer games? Are they over now?
There's none today. But the World Cup is over, but there's no games today. The Pirates currently in 4th place, the National League Central, 11.5 games behind Milwaukee. Tigers right-hander Justin Verlander says he'll retire at the end of the season. He's 42 years old. He has been named to the AL All-Star game as a legend pick. His career ranks him on the greatest for a pitcher of this generation and for the modern era since 1900. 3,554 strikeouts, ranks 8th in Major League history. 266 wins, ranks 37th. He had a chance to maybe get to 300, but he's not going to do it. He and Don Newcomb, the only players in history to win the Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, and MVP honors. One of just 6 pitchers in history to throw 3 no-hitters, doing so twice as a Tiger and once with Houston. He won 2 World Series with the Astros. Verlander has only pitched in 1 game this season due to injuries, and it's time to go.
Well, I got that wife waiting for him. That can't be too shabby.
Yeah, that's not bad, too. And a 6-4 loss to Tampa Bay last night in St. Petersburg. The Yankees whiffed 17 times. The first AL team in history whose batters struck out in consecutive 9-inning games of at least 17 strikeouts.
That's 6 innings, and boy, I mean,
that's horrible.
That's unbelievable.
Kansas City outfielder Tyler Tolbert, typically a defensive specialist and pinch runner, tied a major league record with hits in 12 straight plate appearances, reaching the mark with an infield single against the Mets for his 5th hit in last night's wild 16-12 comeback win. Tolbert matched the record set by Johnny Kling in 1902, equaled by Pinky Higgins in 38, Walt Dropo in 52, and Jose Miranda in 2024. The bat Tolbert used is being sent to the Hall of Fame. With a chance to break the record, Tolbert finally retired in the 9th, a fly ball to right field against A.J. Minter, so he went 5 for 6.
Wow.
Tolbert, the first player with consecutive 5-hit games since Hall of Famer Roberto Clemente in August of 1970.
Wow. Isn't it amazing? The last couple of days, St. Louis the other night had like 12 or 14 runs. And I mean, there a couple of games once in a while, all of a sudden, all these runs are being scored out of nowhere. And
And St. Louis, which gave us the guys taking their tops off, the tarp off thing.
No.
Now they have a new thing. Remember the beach volleyball that'd be thrown around, the beach ball?
Yeah.
They've now blown up a massive, like 8-foot-long hot dog, and they're throwing that around out there.
Well, that's going to stop play every once in a while.
Longtime MLB pitcher and pitching coach Phil Regan died today. He was 89. Regan spent 13 seasons in the bigs with the Tigers, Dodgers, Cubs, and White Sox. Debuted in 1960, retired after the 72 season, then began a lengthy coaching career. Regan's nickname with the Cubbies was Vulture because he would come into a game after the starter left and get the win. All-Star Regan finished a playing career at 96 and 81, 3.84 ERA, and 92 saves. But in 2023, Regan sued the Mets, alleging age discrimination and wrongful termination. He was not retained following the 2019 season. The lawsuit claimed that former GM Brody Van Wagenen told Regan, "You're not going to come back because you're too old."
Oh, boy.
Regan dead at the age of 89, Phil Regan.
Wow.
Detroit third base coach Joey Cora has left the club in the middle of his 3rd season on the job because of what manager A.J. Hinch described as philosophical differences. It seems Hinch adheres to Hegel's systematic approach to understanding reality, history, and human consciousness, which revolutionized Western thought. But Cora is a follower of Nietzsche's radical critique of traditional morality, religion, and rationality. Rather than accepting universal truths, Joey views existence as a continuous drive for power and self-mastery, urging individuals to reject societal conformity, overcome nihilism, and embrace the challenges of earthly life to forge their own authentic values. So you can see clearly what A.J. Hinch had to let Joey Cora go is philosophical differences.
Except for that one part there, I think I probably agree with that.
The NCAA has sent a letter of inquiry. Ooh, I'm so scared.
Oh, no.
To the University of Cincinnati about former quarterback Brendan Sorsby's time with the Bearcats. Sorsby's agent claims that Cincy knew about the quarterback's gambling problems for 2 years and said nothing.
Wow. That's...
No World Cup games today after having a few every day for nearly a month. I know, withdrawal symptoms. Meanwhile, Egypt still hurting over blowing the 2-0 lead and losing to Argentina. Egyptian coach Hassam Hassan told his team was the victim of an injustice and suggested that FIFA wanted Lionel Messi to stay in the running at the competition. So what will Hassan do now? I promise you, from the moment I go back, I'm not going to continue following the matches of this FIFA World Cup. This is my internal fight, my internal objection, my own way of speaking up and standing up. I think it was more Indian than Egyptian.
Standing up for what? Whatever, I guess.
That's pretty much the same opinion held by most Americans right now. They're not going to watch the rest of it either.
A damn.
Fox is begging you to please start watching. The United States men earned U.S. Soccer $16 million in prize money for getting to the round of 16.
Oh, good.
The money will be split evenly between the 26 men on the U.S. roster and the 26 women who will make next year's U.S. roster for the 2027 Women's World Cup should the Americans qualify. They got to beat El Salvador in November. Maybe they could use some of that money to buy players who don't live up to the stereotype of soccer players being soft. U.S. Soccer pays both its men's and women's players $10,000 per World Cup match, regardless of win or lose. Sounds pretty socialist to me.
Yeah, everybody gets a piece of the pie.
Yeah. Here's another incentive to win the World Cup. The winning team gets how much? How much do you think the winning team gets?
The whole team of 20-something players, $120,000.
Higher.
$600,000.
Higher.
$1.2 million for the whole team. $3 million.
Higher.
$200 million. No, I heard
$51 million.
Wow, holy.
The runner-up, $34 million. Yeah.
How's that compared to baseball? I'm trying to remember baseball, like World Series thing. Way better.
Much better than baseball.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland is a superstar from Norway. His diet said to be made up of ancestral foods. He eats steak, eggs, fish, pasta cooked without oil, raw milk, and Haaland is big on organ meat, which is liver and heart. He also crushes a shake of kale, spinach, and raw milk for dark leafy greens. Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Oh, wow.
And he is heavily reliant on salmon. For breakfast, Haaland has eggs on bread and coffee with raw milk and maple syrup for the carbs. For lunch, he has fish. Swordfish is common, even though it's full of worms. Egg fried rice, fresh veggies, including asparagus. He tacks on the organ meats throughout the day. He just snacks on the liver and the heart.
Oh, boy.
For dinner, Erling will pack down fatty cuts of meat like ribeye steak, duck in the meal as well. He'll pair it with potatoes and salad as well as more raw milk. He places a major emphasis on whole foods, foods that are not highly processed, and nutrient calorie-dense foods like lots of salmon. If I had to live on that diet, I'd hurl myself under a stampeding herd of reindeer north of the Arctic Circle.
Yeah. Why would you want to live a lot longer with a diet like that?
No. The 6'5", 205-pound Haaland eats 6,000 calories a day.
Wow.
That's about twice as much as the average man.
Yeah, at least twice as much. Yeah, wow.
I know. Justin Bieber will bring his swag to the World Cup star-studded Super Bowl-style halftime show, joining fellow headliners Madonna, Shakira, and BTS. Not to be confused with BTK, the bind, torture, and kill serial murder.
Yes, I was going to say.
Even though that would be very entertaining, and I would watch.
That was a wonderful thing.
Afrobeat star Burna Boy, Venezuelan conductor Gustavo Dudamel, and the PS22 chorus will perform, joined by Coldplay. The World Cup halftime performance also will feature some of the Muppets from Sesame Street, as well as Kermit and Miss Piggy, who will finally tie the knot in Madison Square Garden. I'm kidding.
That's very
that was
funny.
Somebody else.
That was Tay-Tay, and
Former ESPN senior NBA writer Tim Bontemps has been hired as a front office guy with the Hawks. Bontemps will be a strategic advisor and report to Atlanta president of basketball operations, Ansel Salah. The 41-year-old Bontemps has covered the NBA since 2012, including 8 years with ESPN. As co-host of the Hoop Collective podcast, he was known for delivering insight in his blunt fashion, usually with his fists.
Oh.
Just kidding. He's a peaceful man, unless aggravated.
We need a fighter in there, I think, probably.
July 8th, 1889, John L. Sullivan successfully defended the last officially sanctioned bare-knuckle World Heavyweight Prize Fighting Championship when Jake Kilrain's trainer throws in the towel after how many one-minute rounds in Hattiesburg, Mississippi?
Don't tell him. I got a whole story coming up about that fight. It's, the specifics of it are no, there's a lot to it that they want to hear.
1925, Ralph Samuelson at 19 performed the world's first water ski jump on Lake Pepin in Lake City of what state?
Wisconsin.
It's known for its lakes.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, that's correct.
I'll be darned.
1941, thanks to a dramatic two-out bottom of the ninth inning 3-run home run by Red Sox outfitter Ted Williams, the AL All-Stars beat the NL in Detroit 7-5. The Splendid Splinters' dramatic drive on a 1-1 pitch thrown by Claude Passot, not to be confused with Claude
Justo, the famous explorer of the undersea.
Off the right field press box made the Briggs Stadium contest the first Midsummer Classic decided in the final inning. 1946, baseball grants a minimum salary of how much?
In 46, $10,000.
$5,000.
Oh, my. Yeah.
In 1960, Fidel Castro ended Havana's International League team, forcing the Sugar Kings to move to New Jersey.
Yeah. He was a baseball player. That could have changed everything. Yeah.
He was a very good baseball player. Well, not good enough, though.
Yeah.
1962, with Stan the Man Musial's 3 home runs, the Cardinals soundly defeat the Mets at the Polo Grounds 15-1. At 41, he became the oldest major leaguer ever to hit 3 in one game, and he had a chance to bat in the ninth to go for 4, but he had been replaced by a pinch runner.
Oh, my. And
who would do that?
Yeah, couldn't come. Oh, that's silly. My God.
Yeah. In 1979, the Mets announced the selection of Metal as the name of the team's new mascot. What was their new mascot?
Wow, a robot?
It was a mule.
Oh, my God. Metal the Mule. Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway. And did you hear about the Mets Little League home run? Did you see that on video? I'll talk
the
about
Kansas City thing?
I'll talk about that in a second. And also the boxing thing. Unbelievable.
Don't let your kids see that.
Yeah. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Hold on. We got so much more here. Stand by. And the number, we'll give it a secret word. The secret word is coming back.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Bortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Well, this sure is growing season, and Stovall & Company, your third-generation wholesale landscaping supply firms, ready to take care of your business for you. And especially if people need to get things done these days, and if you're in a hurry, you need some direct job site delivery, they specialize in that at Stovall because they're ready to go. They have 11 different locations. Latest one up there in Canton. We did our show up there. One of those locations, just fantastic. You got to see the flowers and trees and shrubs and plants and blooming things and spiraling things and sprinkler systems and stuff. And if you need something special, really weird, and it's hard to find, if they know where to find it and they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to get it. StovallInc.com.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who is recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state, and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? That's because Porsche Certified Pre-Owned designation is not easily earned. Every Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. At Hennessy Porsche North Atlanta, factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person. Hennessy Porsche North Atlanta, where you will always experience excellence.
There's a lot riding on every digging project. You want it done and over with. And the utility companies want their underground lines untouched and intact. Georgia 811 helps connect the dots. If you're digging, submit your ticket to us at least 3 business days before the project starts. We'll notify our utility members, and they'll send locators to mark their lines at your site. Georgia 811, connecting the dots for safe digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
America! Shuck, yeah! Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Stratton from Tom and Jerry's Roofing, a 10-year veteran of the U.S. Army. When my best friend Jerry and I opened Tom and Jerry's Roofing, we wanted our company to be an outlet for good. So with every roof we do, a portion goes to various veteran services and charities. Tom and Jerry's Roofing is passionate about giving you the best service and quality work possible, and that work turning into service for our heroes. So if you need a new roof or a repair, call us. We're Tom and Jerry's Roofing, where every roof helps veterans. TomandJerry'sRoofing.com.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays, anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
Look out, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And I'd like to apologize to you morning listeners for making you wait this long. Coming up in 2 minutes or so, give you the magic words. First, the Beatles, 1966. The Beatles released Nowhere Man. You Can Drive My Car. It was the Nowhere Man 4-track EP. Extra play in UK included Drive My Car, Michelle, and You Won't See Me. All the tracks were taken from the Beatles' 6th album, Rubber Soul. Nowhere Man is one of the first Beatles songs to be entirely unrelated to romance or love. It says here it marks a notable example of Lennon's philosophically oriented songwriting. One of the first Beatles songs to have nothing to do with romance or love. Okay, I wouldn't be able to tell you that's true or not. Let's see, birthday list includes Jeffrey Tambor. I love this guy's acting. I've always admired everything he does. Jeffrey Tambor is 82. He was Mort and Mora on Amazon's Transparent. Weird. I saw a couple of minutes of that once. It was a mistake. George Bluth Sr. and Oscar Bluth on Arrested Development, of course, was just a great series and a great role. Hank on The Larry Sanders Show. Jeffrey Tambor was also played a great role with Ben Affleck in The Accountant. One of his con prisoners who got him, straightened away. And he was also How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And all that. Jeffrey Tambor, 82 years old today. And... the story, Pete, I know you saw this story, and I saw it in highlights this morning. When I get up early in the morning, I'm doing news stuff, but I leave my TV on ESPN, so when I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I tune it in so I can see the top 10. At the end of ESPN before I start feeding all the news stuff at 6 on Fox. Anyway, so when I was watching some of the highlights, and I saw what they called the Little League home run. It was the Mets, and who was it? Cincinnati, Pete? I forgot. Mets.
I think it was the Royals.
Well, it might have been Royals. The Mets, and they had two guys on, and the guy came to the plate, and he hit the ball, and there was the guy missed he missed the catch or the grounder, and then
you got to give the positions. You're just saying this guy did that guy. Right, no one knows where the ball is.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll start. Go ahead. He hit it. I forgot where he hit it. To the shortstop, was it, or the? He hit a grounder to the left side of the infield. The infielder booted the ball and then threw it wild. So error number 2, a guy on first and second. They started running, and when the ball was overthrown to first base for the first baseman to get the silly out, the first baseman then missed it. It went too far. He then tried to throw it to the third baseman. In the meantime, he also missed it, and all 3 guys scored, including the batter. The batter, on an infield error leading to 2 other errors, scored what they call a Little League home run, which is pretty freaking bizarre.
Was the only home run I ever hit in Little League was 2 feet in front of the home plate, and they threw it all around.
I never hit a home run in Little League. I don't think I ever hit a home run in Babe Ruth or baseball.
My brother crushed, I can't tell how many, over the fence. I could only get one in the Little League home run by running the
Well,
bases.
At least you got one. And by the way, finishing up this story about the famous Sullivan fight, and this is you sent me some. Do I need to see it? I'll get it later.
It's basically, yeah, you can watch it later.
Okay. The bare knuckle fight. This was the last bare knuckle fight. John L. Sullivan defending his title, knocking out Jack Kilrain, and I'll get to the specifics here in a second. It took place in an obscure location in South Mississippi. In 1889, it lasted, well, I'll get to that at the end. The brutal nature of bare-knuckle boxing, it was illegal. The fight location was kept a secret in Mississippi. Prize fighting was also illegal in all 38 states in America. It was 104 miles north of New Orleans in a field owned by a colonel in Lamar County, Mississippi, who offered to host the fight on his property, 10,000 acres and a sawmill. From New Orleans alone, 2,000 spectators and newspapermen boarded special trains to take them to the special secret location of the fight. Railroad tickets did not even include the exact location. It just said from New Orleans to destination. That's how secret it was, because it was illegal. The governor of Mississippi opposed the fight. He had state troopers guarding the Louisiana border because if they discovered where the fight was, they were going to arrest everybody there, but they never found it. The day of the fight, the weather was 104 degrees. Kilrain wanted to use it to his advantage. Sullivan's strategy was to use his brute strength. Kilrain did not go punch for punch with Sullivan. Instead, he punched Sullivan and then cornered him and wrestled him to the ground. Now, Kilrain showed signs of weakening in rounds 20 and 40. Rounds 40, he was weakening. The rules of the prize fighting were not established, so listen to this. Every round lasted 3 minutes, so the referees called the end of a round when one of the fighters got knocked down or knocked the other one down. The shortest round of the fight was 3 seconds. The longest round lasted 15 minutes. Until somebody got knocked down. In round 45, Kilrain caught a break because Sullivan had a big breakfast that morning and started throwing up. The brandy and iced tea concoction he used to settle his stomach down didn't work well either. Plus, he drank a quart of whiskey during the fight. Kilrain, instead of going and trying to finish Sullivan, proposed a draw to just the ammunition Sullivan needed to regain his focus and motivation. Now, reports differ in where the assessment of the final round where Kilrain was truly spent. Some say it was round 68 when Sullivan sent Kilrain flying through the air with a right uppercut to the jaw. A doctor at the fight said one of Kilrain's trainers said he would have died if he continued to let him fight. Kilrain took his position to begin fight round number 76, but he couldn't answer the call because he was so bloodied and exhausted and barely even conscious. Sullivan was smeared with blood, but Donovan's crew, Kilrain's crew threw in the sponge. The fight was over. Jake's Kilrain and John L. Sullivan lasted 75 rounds, 2 hours and 16 minutes. And after the fight, they were both arrested. They were both arrested. Sullivan's 1-year jail sentence was reduced. He forfeited $500 of his $26,000 winnings. Kilrain was jailed for 2 months and fined $200. He lost his appeal, which meant Kilrain would work for the guy, the colonel, to complete his sentence for having the fight on the property in the first place. What an event. I mean, holy moly.
Amazing. I owe you an apology. You asked earlier if I was going to do that story, and I forgot completely I had put that in my sports.
I mean, what an amazing event. It's 2.5 hours. It's secret. They got arrested. I mean, 75 rounds. The round's over when somebody gets knocked down, so you have to get knocked down to end the round?
Who does a boxing match outside in Hattiesburg, Mississippi in July?
In the summer, yeah. 104 degrees. Secret trains, my God. I mean, unbelievable. All right, 5:43. Donald Trump says the CENTCOM attacks are beginning already, conducting more strikes against Iran, aimed at further degrading their ability to threaten freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran's already targeted commercial vessels, and we're getting back on them, holding them accountable for unjustified aggression against commercial shipping. I didn't know they could still do that, but they are. Now, Flounder, let's play cut number 1 here about Donald Trump and his whole theory about negotiating with his people in the first place. President Trump.
Is the ceasefire done? Is the MOU dead?
To me, I think it's over.
The ceasefire.
I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. But they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars.
He went on and on and on. And by the way, Flounder, let's do our secret word here, shall we? We'll get the little people off the hook here for having listened to the whole damn show. Yes, the secret word or words is actually... It's kind of what they gave me this nickname around here. Some of the girls in the bullpen gave me the nickname. Here is the secret words for tomorrow for the morning. Are you ready? Here we go. Six-pack. Six-pack. 2 words. I even grokked to find out if it was 1 word or 2. It's 2 words or hyphenated. The words for tomorrow, six-pack. Six-pack
beer
for the morning show. Or abs. It could be six-pack abs. Yeah, that'll be the day 40, 50 years ago. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 6:45, six-pack, the words for tomorrow, and we'll repeat them again for those late tuner-inners, too. All right, hold everything. We got more. Look out.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So don't analyze it. Don't wait. Just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale. 31% off everything.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Hey, it's Front Office Los for Howard Brothers. Looking for the right tools, equipment, and expert advice for your next project? Head over to Howard Brothers. For over 70 years, they've been helping homeowners and pros get geared up for outdoor projects. With locations across North Georgia and a team that's always ready to serve, let Howard Brothers be your go-to for outdoor power, service, hardware, and more. Howard Brothers, your one-stop shop for lawn care success, season after season. Find one near you at howardbrothers.com.
Your yard, it stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, pet friendly, and looks amazing all year round. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen, or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at atlturfco.com. That's atlturfco.com.
You've worked hard to save, and many even have a financial advisor. But is your portfolio as efficient as it can be? I'm here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement, where our listeners can get a second opinion on their retirement savings. So, Evan, tell folks the biggest benefits of getting that second look.
Well, it's clarity. It's confidence. And I had a client come in the other day, and she thought, and she is, exceptionally conservative financially. And that's the way she had told her financial advisor to investors. She thought she was paying very little in fees. We came into the full review of her portfolio. She was taking a great deal of risk, so much so that she, in a good market, was down like 15, 20%. But then the thing that really put her over the top, the thing that she had no idea is she was paying about 4.5% a year in fees. It was an outrageous kick in the teeth to her. But the good news is there are ways to fix that problem pretty quickly and get you in line with what you actually thought you had.
Second opinions obviously are important, Evan, and as is reviewing what you have in place, right? You don't want to set it and forget it. You don't want to put a retirement plan together and just think, okay, now I'm good for the future, right?
Well, the way I view retirement and retirement plans is they're living, breathing things. Because the one thing I can promise you, I can promise me, and I can promise every single person that walks in our office is life will throw you curveballs. Things will change, and we've got to adapt with them. So if we aren't having annual reviews, and as you get closer to retirement even more so, we have to adapt and build from there.
If you'd like a second opinion when it comes to your savings and investments, call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary second opinion today. That number is 678-736-7799. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
That's the other Beatles, as they were known back in the 60s. The Dave Clark Five. Well, people thought of them like the Beatles.
No, they didn't.
Well, yes, they did. You weren't even born yet. I can tell you from experience, the Dave Clark Five and the Beatles were often looked upon as almost the same band. I'm sorry, it was true.
Oh, my God. They shouldn't even be mentioned in the same sentence.
I know. Well, they weren't like... Well, the problem is, you would never confuse the Dave Clark Five with the Rolling Stones. But people did when they would hear this song, they would think of the Beatles as well as the Dave Clark Five being the new groups, swarming America in the mid-'60s. They were huge, Dave Clark 5. Catch Us If You Can. They had their movie premiering in London on this day in 1965. The movie was renamed to Having a Wild Weekend because of its American release. The songs featured included Catch Us If You Can, Having a Wild Weekend, and I Can't Stand It. Dave Clark 5, 1965. Anyway, just for the record.
Never heard of that movie.
Neither have I, but I remember the songs. Birthdays, Kevin Bacon. Oh, by the way, I give the thing six-pack. Six-pack is a word for tomorrow morning for the morning crew. Our birthdays include Kevin Bacon. Is 68 years old. Ren McCormick in Footloose. Prosecutor Captain Ross in A Few Good Men. The inspiration for The Oracle of Bacon. He was in Animal House, of course. If you keep moving, nothing to see here. He was in Sleepers. Again, that movie also with Billy Crudup, I mentioned, was also in Sleepers. A great movie, but very hard movie. Obviously, Kevin Bacon known for Apollo 13. And I saw him he's doing a lot of ads now for, I think, a phone company. I think a phone company.
He just did a very bad show on Amazon or Netflix, and it filmed here in Atlanta, where he was a demon hunter, and it was horrendous.
Really, a movie? Oh, no kidding.
No, a series.
Oh, a series. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know about that. I'll be darned. Well, that's too bad. Let's see, and a little history thing for you here. It was on this day, American TV audiences heard and saw something brand new in advertising. Flounder, if you will, sir. On this day in 1971, TV stations everywhere started playing this.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing with me.
Harmony. And actually, this is what happened. A song version of the jingle recorded by this group, the Hillside Singers, was a top 10 hit. The original song, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, in perfect harmony, became I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke. The radio version of this ad had aired the previous February, only was I'd Like to Teach buy the World a Coke. And there was such a hit that the radio advertisement on the radio was such a hit that the listeners called in and said, we want you to play the ad again. And so that's why TV made a version of the TV radio version of I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke. And it started with the Hillside Singers, or with this group on I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. Anyway, Trevor Feet and Flounder, 554. Donald Trump says the Iranian deal is dead, and, they're bombing again right now. And, in fact, let's play cut number 2. Here's Donald Trump talking about how he'd like to, he could bomb the crap out of them if he wanted to, and they're bombing tonight, so maybe it's on the way. Cut number 2, Donald Trump.
Look, we're not attacking at the highest level. The highest level of the bridges, which we can knock down. I would say in one day we knock down every single bridge in Iran. There's not a thing they can do about it. Their electric manufacturing facilities, right? Their electric plants where they make their electricity there. We will, if we have to, we'll take them out. I don't want to do that, but if we have to, we'll take them out. They have desalinization plants. We'll take them out if we have to. I hate to do that. That's probably the one I would like not to do, least. We attacked Carg Island last night. We knocked out a piece. I said, don't touch the oil, because maybe we'll take over Carg Island. We may take over Carg Island.
Yeah, well, and then once again, there's bombing going underway right now, and we'll see. And, the stock market's been going crazy, and, trading markets and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, gasoline, barrel of oil prices are going to go up, but, we'll see. I mean, who knows? And I think I think this is more than just a ploy. And I think he is willing to finally say, we're just going to keep bombing until you finally get somebody we can negotiate with that we can trust and stop. If Iran really was serious, they'd stop. How could they be shooting ships going through the strait? I mean,
they're
seriously.
not in control.
Yeah.
There's nobody in charge. There's no one in control.
Yeah. So something's going to have. Obviously, the only way to stop this is to have a revolution. I mean, they don't have any guns is a problem, but if they could, start killing the mullahs and
This is what happens when the government is the only one with the guns.
Yeah, exactly. This is it. This is exactly the example. and how a government could slaughter in the streets 40,000 of their own citizens, and nobody could fight back. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if right in America, if rogue military forces started shooting civilians in the street who were out protesting for the freedom of the so-and-so? I can pretty much guarantee you that there would be some return fire.
Yeah, because we have 90 million armed people.
God Lord. I mean, it's just astounding to me. Well, we'll see. All right, and a quick couple up. We've got a Flounders Funny coming up. And again, the morning words for tomorrow are six-pack. Six-pack for the morning show for $250. Graham Plattner may be making an announcement tonight about whether to withdraw from the race for Senate in Maine. The latest information is that one of his girlfriends said that he used to, when they were being intimate, I'm trying to do the right thing here, when they were being intimate, he would sometimes mysteriously slip off the little hat she wanted him to wear in certain places. And he would do it several times, and she caught him and confronted him. He said, "Oh, yeah, sorry, silly me, a little sneaky me," and made a big game out of it. But she was not on birth control. She was afraid he was going to make her pregnant. But again, the kind of sleazy slime bag. And this is the guy that they've supported all along, and only because his poll number started to fall that they've turned on him. But I guarantee you, if he does not drop out, they'll still support him, because they'll do anything to try to beat Donald Trump with the Senate having another Democrat senator. They'll do anything to get a Democrat senator, even a rapist, Nazi, wife-beating scumbag. Oh, it's just really hard to believe. Let's see what else we got. We got by the way, maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow. Gen Z and HR people have killed office romances, which actually for a while were thought to be a great way to meet a husband or wife. And now the whole world's upset. Anyway, we got all that kind of stuff here, too.
Certain radio stations we used to work at, that was like a hobby.
Oh, man, up in the stairwell, the girl with the Starship Enterprise tattooed on her butt in the lobby more than once. Another Flounders Funny. Here you go.
You know what ain't right? The amount of days these kids are getting off of school. Tomorrow's a half a day. I said, why? My wife said, it's a parent-teacher conference. For what? The kid's 4. What are we going to talk about? He colors and as a snack? They take a nap at school. What are we going to talk about? How he took a nap?
Took a nap?
President's Day. It's not even President's Day anymore. It's a weekend. They got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. The country don't even like the presidents anymore. Half the country don't like this guy. The other half don't like that guy. Eliminate the day. I don't know. You think the Japanese are doing this? Think the Japanese have all these days off? No. The Japanese go to school on Christmas.
They do go to school. At least they used to a lot. Summertime, no big deal. Just keep going. Anyway, boys, tomorrow's Thursday. And go Braves. Let's see if we can turn it around. And Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. In the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby. Because I got to go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb.